devastation. And you really gotta depend on those guys as a kicker. And you have sophomore Anthony Patty, who's now taken over that job. Going to be real interesting to see how he works out tonight.
All right, I can't see who's lined up out there for the Denton Broncos on the backfield.
That looks like number
33. Oh, there it is, Xylon Posey. We're going to get our first chance to see him if they kick to the left side there. So from our right to left, here is your Lake Dallas Falcon kickoff. Right down the middle, it's a short hopper, picked up at the 18-yard line, coming right up the middle to the 20-25, met by a slew of Falcons going down at the 29-yard line. So your Lake Dallas Falcons going to be starting on the defensive side of the ball. It's time to see some new players, Garen.
Oh, yeah, very excited for this. And we're going to see the first look of defensive coordinator Jason Young. He's now going from a 4-3 last year to a 3-4. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this is going to go. We're going to have 4 linebackers, Ty Studhalter. It looks like they're going to have D.L. Robertson manning in the inside linebacker position. You got Daryl Miner playing the outside, and you also have Jared Finley over there inside right next to D.L. Robertson.
All right, so here we go. It's going to be Landry Kinney. I remember calling his name a bunch of times last year as quarterback. In the backfield there is Xylon Posey. Kinney sends him a check back. 3 wideouts. Handup's going to go to Posey right up the middle. And met by a bunch of Falcons. Going to be dropped for about a 3 or 4 yard loss. Great stop.
Wow, and what a great job of recognizing the pool for defensive end Hayden Brockenbush. Cut underneath the sniffer back right there. Was able to blow up Xylon Posey. And great start for the Falcons. Great start for Hayden Brockenbush in his position change.
Sniffer back?
Sniffer back. That is what those guys are called.
We're going to need more of an explanation. You can't throw sniffer back out
So
there.
you call them a sniffer back because they sit right behind the tackle's butt.
All right, Kenny drops back, looks to his right-hand side. He's going to pass to Xylon Posey. Xylon Posey's got some room to go. 30, 35. Finally made it at the 38-yard line. Looks really close to a first down. A little bit of a defensive breakdown there on the left-hand side.
Yeah, those guys, first game of the season, it's kind of difficult to recognize those type of screen passes. It's kind of the hiccups that we're going to see throughout this game. They just got to figure that out.
And here's that fast, the high-tempo offense we're talking about. Kinney's already got him right back at the line. Xylon Posey in the backfield, 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Kinney was checking to the sidelines, making sure he's got the right play. Checks over to Posey. Here's a snap. Looks to his left-hand side. Pass right away. No one was paying attention. Somebody missed the call there, so it looks like some offensive hiccups in this new offensive formation.
Yep, and like I said, David Johnson and some of these players really aren't on the same page, kind of struggling with those signs. It looked like a little bit of a struggle between the wide receiver and quarterback Landry Kinney there.
Trying to get to Christian Harry and Hunter Hope over there on the left-hand side, and neither one of them looked back at the ball. So 2nd and 10. Landry's checking over the sidelines, has his call. The sun's in his eyes every time he looks over. Don't know if that's having anything to do with it. But the same exact formation. Checks to his right. Here's a snap. A little bit of a blitz coming in here. He rolls out to his right-hand side. Has a little bit of room. Met at the 38-yard line. Nice tackle there, though, by number 8, Daryl Miner. Could have got through for about another 4 or 5 yards, but a short gainer of about 3 yards.
What a great blitz by D.L. Robertson right there. We're going to see quite a bit of that. The really popular defensive tackle from last year, highly touted, able to come in on that blitz. He's very good with his hands, was able to get through, cause that pressure. And what a great tackle by Daryl Miner avoiding that stiff arm.
All right, so 3rd and 8. He's going to spread them out wide. 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Xylon Posey in the backfield. Falcons line up, 3 on the line. Landry looks it, steps back, looks to his right-hand side, nowhere to go. Oh, he's going to get sacked there.
That is Ty Studhalter right there.
Beautiful hit by Studhalter in the backfield, and the Falcons are pumped up. That'll bring up a 4th and long, and here comes the punting team. Really came off that blind side. Landry Kinney had no idea.
Yeah, and Ty Studhalter, he's not the biggest guy out there. He's 5'10", 170, played defensive back last year, now have him at outside linebacker. And now you're kind of seeing why they moved him to that outside linebacker. That was quite a blow that he delivered on Landry Kinney.
That was wonderful. It looks like Kylie Smith's going to be back there to field this punt. Let's see what they can do out here. It looks like number 2 for the Denton Broncos, Hunter Hope, is going to be out there. Played a little wide receiver. It sounds like he's going to be doing some special teams for him, too. Last minute substitution coming in there with the Broncos in the backfield.
Oh, this is going to be a penalty on Denton.
There it is. Delay of game is going to back him up. Puts the Falcons in great shape in this first drive.
And you got the jitterbug, Kylie Smith back there. So for Denton, this is a very bad start because you don't want to give that guy the ball because he can make something out of nothing.
All right, you got Kobe Miner back there with him too, playing a little bit of a last blocker, trying to help Kylie Smith out here. Oh, it's a long snap. It went over his head. It's back to the 10-yard line. Turns around. He fumbles it. It's back to the 2-yard line. He's got nowhere to go. They're going to drop it. He drops the ball. He threw it forward. That's going to be a penalty there. He's not allowed to do that. at the 1 yard line. That's going to be the Falcons' first and goal at the half-yard line. What a start to this game for the Lake Dallas Falcons.
Yeah, talk about a great start. A terrible snap by Denton. And once again, I'm going to go back to the saying, shooting themselves in the foot right now. Great start for the Lake Dallas defense. 3-4, that's obviously the better move for Lake Dallas this year instead of last year.
So they waved the flag off. What are they calling here then? Because the ball, you can't just throw the ball forward when you're returning it.
I'm not sure.
That ball cannot be at the 9-yard line. Let's see what happens here. They're putting it at the 9-yard line. That absolutely can't be the call. I mean, I know it's the first game of the season for the refs too, but you can't just throw the ball forward.
Exactly, Dan.
What is happening here?
Well, there's not NFL instant replay now, and there's those times that you really want it.
I don't need instant replay to know that the returner can't throw the ball forward 9 yards. They're letting him start at the 10-yard line. I cannot believe that the coach is not going ballistic. But here he goes up the middle.
Ike Onyekwudi is going to score.
Touchdown! Lake Dallas Falcons!
And that's Ike Onyekwudi right there. Like I said, that power type of runner, and you really saw it. He kind of runs with his shoulders up a little too much, which he'll just have to improve on throughout the season. He'll have to lower those shoulders, get a lower center of gravity. But as you can see, very powerful runner, very tough to break down. And what a great job blocking for that offensive line.
Fantastic. The left side of that line blew wide open. Depperschmidt handed the ball off. Touchdown, 6 points. Extra points out here. Depperschmidt's going to be on the hold. Here's your kick. And put another one on the board. That's going to be 7-zip for your Lake Dallas Falcons. Lots to talk about when we come back. You're listening to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club production.
Looking for a newer used car can be stressful. Well, stress no more. James Wood Auto Group in Denton makes the buying process easy and, most importantly, stress-free. So come stop by James Wood's convenient location off I-35 South in Denton today.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Do you want a better-looking smile? Dr. Christina Mackey of Loretto Family Dentistry can handle all of your family dental needs. Located on Corinth Parkway, you will love our warm and inviting atmosphere with ceiling-mounted flat-screen TVs. Find us on the web, LorettoFamilyDentistry.com, and contact us for information regarding free, pre-filled disposable whitening trays. Loretto Family Dentistry.
So Anthony Patty starts out his Lake Dallas quarterback or Lake Dallas varsity season with perfect. Yep. What a great kick. And here's a kickoff from our right to left. He's going to send it to the right-hand side again, really avoiding that Xylon Posey over there. They're going to take it at the 18-yard line, up to 20, 25. A little bit better return this time, up to the 35-yard line before he's brought down. And that's going to put the Broncos in possession there. So, beautiful start to the game, Garen. I don't know how you get better, even though you've only got, 9 yards of offense. It's 7-0.
Exactly, and, you're seeing some positive things. It's a great start for Ike Onyekwudi in his first start for Lake Dallas, scoring a touchdown. Can't get much of a better career start there, but you also had a little bit of emotion by Kylie Smith, who looks like all the defense kind of, they fell for that magic show right there, and that really opened up that huge lane for Ike Onyekwudi to just walk right into the touchdown.
All right, let's see if the Denton Broncos can shake off some of the jitters of this new offense and get some yards out here. Landry Kinney leads his team out there. Xylon Posey again in the backfield, and they're going to keep much of the same formation. Lining up two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Really heavy on the line. It's going to push Xylon Posey right off this left hip here. Here's a handoff right up the middle. Xylon Posey has a little bit of room up there. Found about 6 or 7 yards before he's brought down there. Looks like he had Talanio Evans in there in the tackle.
Yeah, and like I said, Xylon Posey, he's got that big size that you're looking for. He is 5'10", 220 pounds, so that is one heck of a load to have to bring down. And he's got that low center of gravity, and so Lake Dallas just got to keep him bottled up, and I think they'll be pretty good on defense.
All right, a little low-risk offense here for the Broncos. Here's our 2nd and 3. Again, Xylon Posey right up the middle, makes one man miss, finds a little room on the right-hand side, but brought down after only about a yard, so it's going to bring them a 3rd and short.
Great job by David Blair, first-year starter, on playing the nose tackle position. Very tough for a first-year guy. Able to break that double team and cause that pressure. Made Xylon Posey have to bounce to the outside, and then you had Darryl.
helps
exactly
sweep it up.
And General Daryl Miner right next to him.
All right, so 3rd and 2 at the 44-yard line. Landry Kinney checks off a little bit, checks back to the line. He's got about plenty of time to get this play off here, about another 10 seconds. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. in shotgun formation. Zylan Posey right off his left hip. Here's a snap. Looks to his left. Rolls out to his right-hand side. Has a pass off. And it's complete. Right there, number 13, all the way down the field to the 32-yard line to Marcellus Lockley. Really nice pass. Had plenty of time. Offensive line did their job.
Yeah, the defensive back for Denton, Marcellus Lockley, also playing wide receiver and looking pretty solid. Made one heck of a snatch. It looks like Kobe Minor maybe had blown his coverage right there. Got too wrapped up in the run.
If he would have had a head turn around, I think he would have had a little bit of a chance to make that play. But as it stands now, 1st and 10 in Falcons territory at their 35-yard line. Kinney's got 2 to his left, 3 to his left now, 1 to his right. Looks to his left-hand side, goes to make a pass. Tucks it back down right up the middle for about 3 or 4 yards. Really nice pursuit there. I didn't see he was coming on the backside. 54, Kayvon Bernstein.
Man,
that's a name I haven't said before.
Yeah, Kayvon Bernstein. He's also one of those guys. He played a little bit in the reserve role last season, but, he's coming up. Looks like they're getting their starters a little bit of a breather right here.
Had a little bit of pressure and caught him for a short gain of about one yard there. So 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line. Kinney's going to have 2 to his right, 1 to his left now. Zylan Posey's going to be off his right hip. Here's a snap. Rolls out to his right-hand side. Has a little bit of time here. Still looking. Is going to tuck it down and just throw it away. Ran out of room there. Looks like almost could have got a late hit there. Jared Finley tried to give him a little bit of chin music before he went out of bounds.
Well, and I talked a little bit of the athleticism at the safety position with Zion Hurd and Kobe Minor, and you just saw it right there. Kobe Minor got way up there, and even though it was out of bounds, was able to almost one-hand an interception if he just barely almost got his feet in.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9, and definitely out of field goal range, so this might be 2-down territory for the Broncos. 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Posey in the backfield with him. Posey shifting to his left-hand side. Kenny takes a snap, looks to his left. Has a little bit of time, rolling out to his left-hand side now. Nowhere to go. He's going to tuck it and run it. A little bit of flag thrown on the play late. Got about 3 or 4 yards. We'll have to see if that's a hold there on the Broncos.
Yeah, and that's going to be a hold on 33, Zylan Posey. On Lake Dallas's number 6, Andre McAdoo Franklin playing the defensive end position.
We got some new names this year.
Yeah, it looks like you got a little bit of a face mask, and Zylan Posey started getting frustrated and then horse-collared him. So that's going to be a huge loss for Denton. And, for Zylan Posey, he's got to be more disciplined for that because Lake Dallas defense right now and defensive coordinator Jason Young is on top of it with the pressure today.
So Landry Kinney's over there. It is going to be a personal foul face mask that they're going to call on the Broncos. But I don't know what... Oh, that's Hunter Hope over there with our coach and the refs trying to figure out what happened there. So it would have been a 4th and 5. Let's see if they're going to make him walk it off. With 15 yards, I would think they would, and they are.
Yep, they're lucky that they didn't get called for more. Zylan Posey himself is lucky that he didn't get called for more because, with kind of that behavior, you can get thrown out of a football game.
Well, it's a personal foul in high school. How many personal fouls do you get before you're ejected?
I believe you get 2 or 3. I don't remember what the limit is, but I know it's probably 3, and then you're thrown out.
Well, hold that thought. It's going to be 3rd down and a whopping 24. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Landry's going to take his time, sends Posey over to the right-hand side. It's going to be a total passing play. A little bit of time here. Protection breaks down. He's got a rush coming out hard. Gets the pass away, but not nearly enough. Pass went for about 13 yards. It's going to bring up a 4th and 11 from the 31-yard line.
And what a hit by Nick Cagnetto. New defensive back from last season. Really came on near the end, and what a huge hit. You like to see that because he was kind of hesitant to make those big tackles last season. And, they're kind of switching it up. They got Nick Cagnetto playing back at the safety position. I'm trying to figure out who that guy playing defensive back on the other side is.
Well, as I mentioned, this might be 2-down territory because it's just out of range for a field goal kicker. For most high school field goal kickers, we still have to see what we have in Anthony Patty. So 4th and 11 from the 31. Here's your snap. Landry looks to his left. Ball's off. It's going to be...
Ooh.
Thankfully, it's dropped. I don't know why he's going to intercept that, but there was only one player that's going to make that play, and that was a Falcon. So that's going to bring Falcon possession.
And that defensive back that I was trying to figure out, that is Zion Hurd, and you saw that athleticism right there.
Well, we'll be right back with this Lake Dallas Quarterback Club production.
Is your yard getting out of hand and you just don't have enough time in your busy work schedule? Well, no need to fear, Lovelace Landscape is here. With over 30 years of professional experience, Lovelace Landscaping and Tree Service will make your home a beautiful place to live once again.
Kylie Smith and Ike Onyekwudi.
All right, so
Mark
Depperschmidt has
Tucker,
two in the
your local
backfield.
Allstate
Two
agent,
to his
has
left,
been a
one to his
proud
right.
sponsor
He's
of
going to snap, looks to his right hand side, passes off, has Brandon Engel for about a nice 7 or 8 yard gain. Really nice, crisp pass play there, Garen.
Yeah, and it's a big man's game today. And you saw Brandon Engel go up and over the number 14. Sorry, I'm struggling with the names today. Number 8, that will be Ty Mongo, the senior, 6 foot. Brandon Engel's a little bit shorter, so he was able to go up above him and snatch that ball out of the air.
Formation that we've seen a lot of. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 in the backfield with Ryan Depperschmidt. Sends a man in motion over to the left-hand side. A little bit of a high snap. Ryan Depperschmidt tucks it down, takes it himself. Has about another 5 or 6 yards. Going to be good for a first down there at the Falcon 45, 46-yard line.
And once again, you're just really seeing that athleticism and dual threat quarterback coming out of Ryan Depperschmidt. And we just got to see how much has he improved. There wasn't much that he needed to improve on last season.
No, not at all. But those are his first ground yards of this season. I'm sure there'll be plenty more to come. Depperschmidt's going to send a man in motion to the right-hand side. Pitch off to Kylie Smith. Kylie Smith's going to tuck it down. Throw the ball. It's in the air. Has a man wide open. It's going to be Brandon Engel at the 10. No, not quite at 10. He's going to take it down to the 14, 13-yard line. What a pass by Kylie Smith. What a call by Michael Young.
I know. That is a great call by Michael Young. And, wow. What about the arm on Kylie Smith? What can't that guy do?
Well, Brandon Engel made himself plenty wide open. If it wouldn't have been a little bit underthrown, that would have been 6. But as it stands, first down deep in Bronco territory. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Depperschmidt's going to take the snap and a time out there by the Broncos. So they got to get together and figure out what's going on here. We're going to take a short break here. We'll be right back with this Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast. Are you thinking of selling your home? Sub-Zero Realty is changing the real estate game and making sure you get to keep more of your hard-earned equity. Don't sell the old way. Make the most of your move by visiting their website at www.subzerorealty.com or call at 940-228-1461. Allow their team of local certified real estate agents to work for you and sell your home for less than free when you buy with Sub-Zero Realty.
Hey Falcon fans, if you're in the mood for a great place to eat, Chick-fil-A is the place to be. And now with the new and improved Chick-fil-A One app, you can receive points with every order you place through it. And you can redeem those points for rewards of your choice. Find out more at chickfil-a.com. Chick-fil-A located in Kensington Square on Swisher Road in Corinth.
Yeah. All right, so 4:42 left in the first quarter. Your Lake Dallas Falcons already up by 7, deep in Bronco territory at their 14-yard line, looking to do more. 1st and 10 Falcons.
Ike Onyekwudi lined up back there, red zone. You know that type of threat that he is.
All right, Depperschmidt's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Kylie Smith rolls out the right-hand side. Ooh, getting bottled up there. Met by about 3 or 4 Broncos. Going to be thrown for about a 2 or 3 yard loss if they give him forward momentum. He was tackled about 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I think they were kind of able to predict that play from earlier. We're kind of seeing back to the triple option that Lake Dallas was last season.
All right, so 2nd and 12 now. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Depperschmidt looks up, takes a snap, looks to his left-hand side. Oh, it was immediately met. Sacked for about another 6 yards. Who was that over there? 42 or 7? I couldn't see.
That was number 7, Latravius Bryce.
Southmore. Wow. Boy, he blew up the backfield and really having a hard time getting Depperschmidt protection for whatever reason on this series.
Yeah, and offensive line did such a good job that first series. You really want to see them come back out here and it's about 3rd and forever for the Falcons right now.
So it looked like Daggers is now 3rd and 21. Depperschmidt is going to draw it off sides, has a free play, throws the ball up in the air.
That's going to be a touchdown.
Brandon Kane, 10-5, touchdown. Let's see who they're calling the flag on, though, here.
That was Engel.
That should be a touchdown.
That was Engel, by the way, Dan.
Gotcha. Let's see what the call is, though, because there was made contact, it's a dead ball. So, unfortunately, the play's not going to count. They're not going to get the free play, but they do get a little extra yards here on this 3rd down.
Absolutely, and Lake Dallas, they've kind of depended on that hard count whenever it gets kind of 3rd and long, but still 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. Lake Dallas going to have to figure out a way to get that first, whether that's another pass to Brandon Engel, because right now he's kind of bullying number 2, Hunter Hope of the Denton Broncos.
So, checking over the sidelines, finally have their play that they like. Depperschmidt's lined up, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Man in motion to the left-hand side. He's going to fake the pitch over there. Looks to the left. Looks over the middle. Passes in the air. That's got to be a flag there, and there's the flag. draped all over Kylie Smith, who didn't even have a chance to catch the ball. That's going to be an automatic first down.
Yep, and that's a great call of the refs right there. Good job of Kylie Smith drawing that flag. And, you saw Brandon Ingle. He just has those really long strides that I think defenses really don't account for his speed. But he takes those long strides, and he's really going faster than you think. And nobody was covering him, so I'm surprised that Ryan Depperschmidt didn't see him for that touchdown.
I was actually looking at Braden Kane on that one because he came in on top of Kylie Smith and did a post to the right, wide open in the end zone.
I think just about every wide receiver right there was open. But a great job of Ryan Depperschmidt by seeing that penalty happening and drawing that flag.
Gives Depperschmidt a lot to think about, but as it stands, it's going to be a first down, and looks like it's going to be right at the 10-yard line, so that's going to set up a first and goal.
And Gary Kinney, Denton defensive coordinator, really not happy right now.
I can't imagine why it would be. Man in motion to the left-hand side. Depperschmidt's going to roll to his left-hand side. Looks. Oh, he's in trouble. Trying to roll out of trouble. Shakes about 3 or 4 tackles before he's finally brought down for about a 13-yard loss. Man, the offensive line is just not able to contain.
Yeah, and you want to see Ryan Depperschmidt avoid that injury and just throw the ball away whenever he sees that huge pressure.
Well, hopefully it's not an injury.
I hope not, but that's in order to prevent those things from happening, Ryan Depperschmidt, he's got to get the ball out of his hands, and just very poor protection by the offensive line on that play.
Yeah, every time they get inside that red zone, play sends them back quite a few yards. So 2nd and 23. Let's see what they can pull out of the bag here. Kylie Smith in motion to the right-hand side. It's going to be pitched to Kylie. Kylie tucks it down at the 20, tries to cut back inside, and is tackled by number 11 there, Isaac Broads. Bring up a 3rd down and goal from about the about the 18-yard line.
Still a nice play by Kylie Smith. You saw him plant his foot in the ground and make that 90-degree cut at full speed, which is very impressive, and got a nice 6-7 yard gain.
He did, and he froze the defense by pretending to pass after that last play where he got about 45, 50 yards in the air. Froze the defense for a second and opened up that hole. So as it stands, 3rd and long, Ryan Depperschmidt's got plenty to work with. Finally gets some protection. Pass right across the middle at the 10, 5, leaped over a defender. It's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Are they going to call it a touchdown? That was Brandon Engel on a catch. Lost his helmet in the process of going down. Has to be inches.
And we saw Brandon Engel hurdle probably 5 guys last season. And Brandon Engel, he's really got that athletic ability. He's just about everything that you want in a wide receiver. And just nearly got completely over a grown, well, I guess they're not grown men quite yet.
He tried to hurdle 2 people at once.
That was incredible.
And kudos to Ryan Depperschmidt, who, again, finally had some time for protection, put the ball on the money, caught Engel in a full sprint. Really unlucky didn't get a touchdown here. They're going to call a timeout here and see if they're going to maybe punch this one in. So when we come back, 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Let's see what the Falcons do. You're listening to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast. Well, looks like we lost our commercial guy, but while he's out there, did he go get some Chick-fil-A?
I don't know. Maybe so. I think this would be the perfect time to play that new commercial.
Well, hey, we don't have the commercial.
Oh, I know. Our commercial guy's
going. We just can't do it off the hip.
Well, so. I believe the reason that we're calling this timeout, Dan, is they're trying to bring a couple of guys that, possibly first name Hayden, last name Brockenbush.
Really?
I think that they're going to be bringing that guy in. And, whenever Brandon Engel, when their helmet pops off, you got to sit out of play. So also
even in high school?
By taking this time out, they're able to get Brandon Engel back in the lineup, get that red zone threat.
Well, I think we should make the 2 Broncos that tore his helmet off take a play off, too.
I think so.
I think that's kind of a lousy deal there.
I think they had to go back home to their mom.
All right, so here we go. So we got Kylie Smith in the backfield. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. A lot of heavies on the line. Depperschmidt goes right up to the side of the line. He's going to plow over the right-hand side. Touchdown, Falcons!
Wow.
Wait. What?
Wow.
Oh, for the love of
Pete. Oh, my gosh.
All right, so the Broncos didn't like what they saw, and they called a timeout.
Well, it's very, very difficult to find what Ryan Depperschmidt's going to do. And, I understand with defensive coordinator Gary Kinney's reasoning with taking that timeout. Lake Dallas has just about every amount of athleticism you can ask for at each skill position. So it is very difficult to cover all these guys. And Brandon Ingles having to get single coverage because you give him double coverage,
So
that
wait a
leaves
second.
Kylie Smith
Speaking
wide
of Brandon
open.
Engel, he can come in this play now.
He was in last play as well.
Okay, so they let him
Yes.
come back on the field. So already the Broncos have used up 2 of their timeouts in the first quarter of this half, and they just do not seem ready. I think they saw Ryan Depperschmidt rush up under center and call the timeout right away because they knew it was 6 points. There's no way they're going to stop them.
You know, and these long drives are great for the Lake Dallas defense in order to catch a breather and kind of stay dominating.
Catch a
out
breather, they
there.
haven't had a chance to play hardly.
Oh, I know. They're doing a great job at keeping this Denton offense to 3 and outs. And, you know, we kind of saw a little bit longer
All
of
right.
a drive than it should have
So
been.
here
But
we
we're
go.
back out here.
A little bit of an I formation. Looks like they got inequity in the
Inequity, that's
backfield
correct.
behind Kylie Smith. Only one to the right. There's a snap. It's going to hold it. Ryan Depperschmidt doesn't know where to go. Oh, wait. It went to Kylie Smith. He's going to be down at the 1-yard line. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. And the Broncos use a timeout, and it works. So when we come back, they've got 99 yards to go. Your Lake Dallas Falcons 7, Denton Broncos 0. We'll be right back with this Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast. Man, Garen, it's almost halftime. I cannot wait to get my hands on some of that Chick-fil-A.
I know, me too. We got to get there before Drew does, though. By the way, where is Drew?
Drew,
Yeah.
is there any Chick-fil-A left?
No.
Come on, man.
Chill out. Chick-fil-A is right around the corner in Kensington Square.
Well, you better get on your bike and go get some for us, Drew.
Dan, I can drive now.
Well, don't forget the barbecue sauce this time.
And the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Don't worry, guys. I got it.
Sorry, we gotta get our composure back. That's the first time we had a chance to hear that commercial. So our apologies up here in the studio, but we sure hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. All right, 1:45 left on the first quarter here. Here's the snap. Trying to get a few yards up the middle.
that's a
it's
fumble.
fumble.
That's
The
gonna
Falcons
be
got
a
the ball.
touchdown.
No, he's not in yet. He's going to go down to like the 1-yard line again. A late flag in after the Broncos. Some kind of another personal foul here. What a play.
Wow. And that was Preston Sudis. That was Preston that came up with that fumble. Nearly got into the end zone, and this Lake Dallas defense is hyped up.
Well, we talked about the rest. It must have done them some good. So let's see what the call is here. There it is. It did go against the Broncos. It's not going to hurt them much, though, because the ball was already on the 0.5-yard line. It'll be on the 0.25 now. First and goal, a full set of downs. I blinked an eye, and the ball's right back where it was, Garen.
Yeah, exactly, and you can't count this Lake Dallas defense out. These guys just keep on fighting. Jason Young does such a great job throughout the offseason of training these guys to never quit. And, always, you got to condition these guys insanely hard, especially in this Texas heat. And it looks like just Lake Dallas is just beating up Denton right now with their conditioning.
All right, so they're getting right to the line. The Falcons mean business now. First and goal from the 1-yard line. Depperschmidt under center. Easy one on the left-hand side. Touchdown, Falcons.
This is just way too easy for Ryan Depperschmidt and this Lake Dallas offense. The defense is making these plays for the offense. It is absolutely insane, Dan.
Well, the left-hand side of the line gave Depperschmidt about 5 yards on either side. He could have taken a stroll through there and still got the ball through. So 13-7, Lake Dallas Falcons. Here comes Anthony Patty for a second extra point. Let's see if he can stay perfect on this 2018 school year. Here's a snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And on top of the Jim Bateman Athletic Fieldhouse. So with 1:34 left in the first quarter, your Lake Dallas Falcons 14, Denton Broncos 0. We'll be right back. Are you thinking of selling your home? Sub-Zero Realty is changing the real estate game and making sure you get to keep more of your hard-earned equity. Don't sell the old way. Make the most of your move by visiting their website at www.subzerorealty.com or call at 940-228-1461. Allow their team of local certified real estate agents to work for you and sell your home for less than free when you buy with Sub-Zero Realty. All right, everything falling apart for Coach Billy Miller here, the Denton Broncos, as the Falcons up early and often 14-zip. Getting ready to kick off again from our right to left.
A surprising stat right here, Dan. Kylie Smith leads the team in passing.
Of course he does. That was a beautiful 40-yard bomb.
You got Kylie Smith, 1 for 1 for 40 yards. Ryan Depperschmidt's only had to attempt 2 passes, but he's 2 for 2, 25 yards.
Well, Kinney's got 50 yards of himself. Here's our kick. It's going to go to the right-hand side again. It's going to be fielded about the 13-yard line. Here it comes up to 15, trying to head up the middle. Oh, he's met by a Falcon in the backfield. It's going to be dropped after only about 2 or 3 yards. Beautiful coverage by Lake Dallas Falcons down at about the 15-yard line.
And that was number 40, junior Christian Crawford with the big play. And what a great job by the special teams as well. I mean, this is a great start for Lake Dallas. You can't ask for much better than this.
Well, Coach Young doing everything right. Again, getting Anthony Patty in a good situation, kicking away from Xylon Posey, not letting him have an influence in the game. All these little details are leading up to this fantastic start for the Falcons.
And Lake Dallas, they struggled a little bit last season with those red zone conversions and, getting it in. And I'll talk a little bit more about that after these possessions.
Now, Landry Kinney's plenty good enough quarterback to get this Broncos team back into this game. We've seen him air it out quite a bit. Did really well against us last year when they beat us 20-15. So, sends a man in motion from left to right. Here's a snap. It's going to pitch or hand off to Posey right up the middle. Posey cuts left, right, and then gets about maybe a yard or two before he's brought down.
And the really good thing about running that 3-4 defense is you have really easy holes for those linebackers to just fill in and make those tackles. Daryl Miner was easily able to take 2 steps forward, make that big hit on Xylon
Well,
Posey.
David Blair there in the nose tackle seems to be plugging it up quite a bit too. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Kinney's going to spread it out, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Posey in the backfield with him. Here's a snap. Looks to his right-hand side. Pass is going to go to Posey. He goes right through his arms. Is that a back pass? Let's see. They're going to call it incomplete. Boy, I wish we had instant replay. That was really close to a back pass there to Xylon Posey.
Man, we need to really petition for that. Just a second, fans. We need a petition for that. We need a petition for that instant replay. We really need to. We need to.
Hey, let's just petition for a sideline reporter first.
Yeah, that's
Once we
very
get that,
true.
then we'll get the other thing. So
we're accepting applications.
3rd and 9 here for the Broncos back at their 13 or 16-yard line. Xylon Posey's going to go to the left-hand side now. 5 out there. Oh, it's a bad snap. Kenny picks it up, looks up the middle. He's going to tuck it down, try to take it himself.
David Blair.
Wow, David Blair comes. Oh, did he grab his face mask? I think they're going to get him for a face mask. Doggone it, they had him.
Man, but what a great job by David Blair, though. Able to once again break the double team and get a sack on Landry Kinney is impressive.
He actually sacked him through a player, but unfortunately, Kinney had his head down and he grabbed the face mask in the process. I think it's going to be an incidental, maybe only a 10-yarder. I don't think it's going to be a personal foul. Let's see what they do here.
It's very hard for these defensive guys to tackle around a player, bringing those 2 guys down. You can't see what you're grabbing. You're just trying to grab whatever you can grab a hold to, whatever your hand feels. You can't blame David Blair too much about that.
Well, I don't understand why that's a personal foul, but they gave him 15, and it's obviously a first down. So a fresh set of downs for the Broncos at their own 28-yard line or 29-yard line, it looks like.
Make up your mind, because that's only 13 yards. 15 would be on the first one.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit.
I'm not a mathematician.
There's a little
I'm
bit
just
of
a
confusion
broadcaster
down
here.
there.
All right, so Kenny's going to look back here. 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Posey in the backfield. Checks off. Has about plenty of time on the clock here. No worries there. Kenny's going to take his time, make sure he has the right call.
I believe they have 5 defensive backs.
I thought that was a false start, but Kenny's got the snap. Looks to his left-hand side. Is rolling out. He's got plenty of room to run at the 40, 35, 30. Cuts it back to the middle. Going to be down to 25, where he's going to go down to the 26-yard line. Why didn't they call a false start on the right guard? I have no idea, but 1st and 10, Broncos.
I'm not sure what these refs are really paying attention to, but this defense just has to get back on top of it and have to hold them with 2 minutes, 50 seconds left.
At the Falcons' 26-yard line and in business, the Broncos, Landry Kinney checks to the sideline. He's got 1 to his left, 2 to his right. Xylon Posey in the backfield, off his right hip. Steps back, a little bit of a stumble there for Landry Kinney. There's a snap, looks to his left-hand side, plenty of time. My gosh, passes in the air, caught at the 8-yard line, and caught and out of bounds, stopping the clock. Really good by the Broncos there, and the Broncos are in business, 1st and goal.
And that was Marcellus Lockley on the catch. He looks like he's a little shaken up having to come off the field. So this defense really just needs to hold this Denton offense, they just have to hope that they can hold them to 3 or less.
Oh, I hate to give the Broncos this much confidence going into halftime. Landry Kinney still in the backfield with Posey. 2 to his right, 1 to his left. This snap's going to go to Posey up the middle, left-hand side, 10, 5, breaks the tackle. Should be a touchdown, or they're going to call him down to 1.
They're going to give him, looks like inches.
They're going to call him down to the 1 yard line. The referees are consulting with each other, and I have no idea why. So let's see what they're doing here. No, it's going to be an illegal shift on the offense. It's going to back them up. A huge hurt on the Broncos where they're knocking the door, again, shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and this is going to be something to pay attention to. David Blair just had to trot off the field. So we're going to have a new nose tackle at that position. David Blair's done an excellent job of keeping those double and even triple teams off of him.
Now, is he just off for a second, or do you think he's going to be off for a little period of time?
No, I think that he's just catching a breather. But this looks like when Kayvon Bernstein's going to take over at the nose tackle position.
All right, we turned the lights up here at the booth, so if you get a chance to look up here and see 2 goofy guys with headsets on, it's probably us. There's a few others. They look like coaches, though. All right, so there it is, 1st and goal. They're saying from the 14. Scoreboard says from the 13. The refs don't know. They're shifting the ball. They want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. Credit to them. So 2:19 left on the clock. Plenty of time here for the Broncos. Kenny's going to take a snap, hand off to Posey right up the middle. Takes his time, waits for the hole to open up. Gets a late flag coming in there after about a 3 or 4 yard gain. Let's see what they call. They got holding on the offense.
Wow.
Again, the Broncos killing themselves.
Shooting themselves in the foot, Dan.
Well, that's 2 feet, so they got nothing left to walk on.
Right now, they're just crawling on their knees.
I remember Monty Python, they would say simply a flesh wound and still try to crawl after him. So that's going to bring up a second.
Great references,
First and 18, first and...
That'll...
No, it should be a 10. First and 23.
20.
Yeah, 1st and goal at the 23-yard line.
23.
Gotta love this if you're a Falcon fan. Again, still plenty of time. Landry Kinney has 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Posey in the backfield. Here's a snap. Fakes a handoff to Posey. Rolls off to his right-hand side. He's got nowhere to go. Heavy rush coming in. Could have called the hold there, but didn't. And finally gets tackled. Not quite for a huge loss there. A late flag coming in after he stumbled into the play. I really don't see it. I mean, how can you blame the defender if Landry Kinney stumbles and falls into the tackle?
I'm not too sure about this ref calling tonight.
They're having a conversation down there, but I really didn't see what the foul was. I know what they called. I can see what they might have saw. But again, if the quarterback stumbles into somebody, how is that his fault?
You know, it's really doesn't make too much sense.
And he pulled up. It's not like he hit him.
Yeah, and Taleno Evans, a great job of pursuing the quarterback and staying on that backside hip, able to clip his shoelaces, but this should not be the penalty. This should not be a penalty.
Let's see. They're going out talking to the coach. Both refs are consulting. Let's see. Oh, the coach is pissed. I think they're picking the flag up here. He is pretty doggone upset. He should be upset at his team, not the refs.
I don't know. I think he may be just saying, you're doing a great job.
You know, this is
just
really...
keep on doing it. You're doing great.
All right, so let's see if we get a little bit of an explanation here. As it stands, it would have been about a 2 or 3 yard loss for the Broncos.
I'm not too sure who they could even call this penalty on, Dan.
All right, here we go.
I didn't see too much of anything.
Okay.
Hitting a late hit on the defense. That's going to be half the distance to the goal. So you got a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, on the Ben sideline, 15 yards, and the half the distance.
Wait. You can't go half the distance both ways.
So it's going to just bounce.
I mean, it is amateur hour. And look, it's been amateur hour for us too.
These refs are newbies. I told you these refs are newbies.
But you can't go half the distance twice.
Come on now.
But honestly, I like it. If they go half the distance to our end zone and then 15 yards this way, it actually works out as a net benefit for us.
I think they've been watching a little bit too much of Gene Sterator and his explanations.
You could have just left it at offsetting and put the ball down at the 25-yard line.
Exactly. That's the easy way to put it. Offset.
Well, typically that's the only way to put it.
Honestly, though.
So they're still trying to figure out where to put the ball. I would love to see what they're talking about here. Okay, so
I don't know who
right
this.
now,
I don't even know what the trouble
they're
is out
walking
there.
it towards the Falcons.
And then they're going to go 15 yards back the other way.
No, they're not going to walk both of these off. Let's see what happens here. This would be adorable.
I really think that they are.
Oh
my
my
gosh.
That's not how you call the game. That's not even a real thing. So you cannot forward lateral the ball on a kickoff and get 9 yards, and you cannot take offsetting penalties and then walk both of them off. You just can't do that.
I have no
Again,
words.
as I said earlier, it does work out as a net benefit for the Falcons because it backs them up an additional 3 yards, which is now first and goal from the 27. But what on earth are we seeing here?
I have nothing to say.
All right, Falcon fans. If anything, it's entertaining. So
Definitely.
1:51 left on the clock. Your Falcons up 28-7. Let's see what happens here. Landry Kenny has had plenty of time to figure out what this call is going to be. I've had at least 5 minutes to figure it out. You've got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. You got Posey in the backfield. I'm assuming we're going to get a snap, and there's our snap. Kenny's got a little bit of time. Oh, the pass rush comes in. Little pocket up the middle. Passes in the end zone. Touchdown. Was he over the line of scrimmage?
He had to be. He was way over the line of scrimmage right there. These line judges are not watching the line of scrimmage, Dan. Not one bit. He was clearly one whole yard past the line of
I'd love to see the
scrimmage.
tape. 6 points for the Broncos with 1:46 left. So a big touchdown pass by Kenny. And the thing was, they had players in the backfield chase him out of pocket, but to no avail. He got the ball off. I don't have the luxury of instant replay. He was really close to the line of scrimmage.
Jason Young is furious on the sideline. He's going to give that line judge an earful.
All right, so here's your extra point. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. That's going to be 14-28 with 1:46 left in the first half. Falcons fans, every time I think it's going to be over, we got a ball game. You're listening to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast. We'll be right back.
Commercial flooring can be complicated. Let the team at TW Hicks uncomplicate the process. Located right here in Denton, Texas, TW Hicks will work with you to determine the best solution for your flooring needs. Focused on quality service, quality leadership, and the experience needed to be your industrial flooring solution, make TW Hicks your flooring source.
Sub-Zero Realty is changing the real estate game and making sure you get to keep more of your hard-earned equity. Visit our website at www.subzerorealty.com or contact our office at 940-228-1461 for further details.
Moving to the country and gonna eat a lot of peaches.
So after all that mess, it's finally a 27-yard touchdown pass for Ryan Kenny to Marcellus Lockley. Marcellus Lockley having some decent plays. I mean, we talked about our players to keep an eye on. Each one of them has a touchdown. They're doing their job, just not enough of it.
Exactly, and you know that drive right there did not give Lake Dallas a good taste in their mouths at all. They want to go out here. They want to score another touchdown. They don't want to be going into halftime letting 2 touchdowns within 2 minutes for this Denton offense.
After a pretty solid half of the Falcons, a couple of mental lapses cost them 14 points. So a tighter game than we anticipated. Still time on this clock, though, in the first half to get some more points on the board for the Falcons, and they've been shown they can be a quick strike offense. And here's our kick. It's going to go right up the middle. Might be a chance for Minor to take the ball. He's going to take it at his own 10-yard line, up to 20. Stutter steps to the left-hand side and is going to go down. No, he's still on his feet. Late flags in. A little bit of a pile on there at the end by the Broncos. Let's see what they're going to call.
Number 10, Kobe Minor on the return with a flag.
I'm not more than likely it's going to be a holding call because that's what we see on every kickoff. But, you know, it is getting a little chippy out there, Dan.
And there he is. There's your holding call on the Falcons. Going to back them up another 10 yards. So plenty of field with 1:37 left to try to take. And no timeouts left for one timeout left for the Broncos. So if they get a stop here, they can use that and try to get possession back without running the clock off. It'd be really tight, though.
Now, Lake Dallas, they're going to have a couple of tricks up their sleeve. Maybe there's something with Brandon Engel, who's also a quarterback. Perhaps they'll switch it around a little bit.
Are you
Brandon
saying
Engel
wide
jump the
receiver
ball.
screen to Brandon Engel, throw it to Kylie Smith over the middle?
I didn't
Is that
say
what you're
it.
calling?
I think so. I
All
think
right.
so.
Well, he's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Got one in the backfield with him. Look like that's, I don't know if that's Ryan Hall. I can't tell who that is right now. Depperschmidt takes a snap. Quick three-step drop. Looks up the middle. He's going to tuck it down himself at the 10, 15. He's got a little bit of room. Gets to about the 20. Real close to the first down there. And they're going to give him a first down. So a nice first down run there by Ryan Depperschmidt. And a great keep the clock running.
Yeah, great start to the drive. Minute 28 left. He's going to keep that clock running. Ryan Depperschmidt, he's going to have to start slinging the ball down here pretty soon.
Funny, the clock didn't keep running, so they still have a minute 28 left on the clock. So thank you. Here's a snap to Depperschmidt again. Quick three-step drop. Looks to his right across the middle. Tried to get to Brandon Engel, a little bit behind him there. So going to bring up 2nd and 10 from their 23.
And Brandon Engel's 71 yards that he has, 43 of those yards came from Kylie Smith. And the rest of the night, it's been very short passes from Depperschmidt to Engel. I think they're just kind of trying to get that chemistry down. It is the first game, so they're just trying to, I think, rework that chemistry a little bit. A little bit of miscommunication right there.
All right, taking plenty of time here to get the play in. Trevor Lindsay's back there in the backfield there with Ryan Depperschmidt. Again, 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Depperschmidt takes a snap. Quick three-step drop again, tucks it down, looks to the left-hand side, and really nowhere to go. Might get 2 or 3 yards, but is going to take a real punishing hit there. I don't like seeing him take those hits.
No, I don't think any Lake Dallas fan likes to see Ryan Depperschmidt get these huge hits. I mean, he's taking them to his shoulders too. And as a quarterback, your right shoulder is your $1 million. Your $1 million moneymaker.
All right,
and
so
Lake Dallas seeing that happen, they're holding their breath.
3rd and 7 now. Clock's running, about 52 seconds left on the clock. Depperschmidt, oh no, it's going to be another draws him off sides again. Now, they could call a false start on Depperschmidt there, and they are. Yeah, he did kind of give it a little bit of emotion there to last for the ball, so I'm not too surprised by that.
They did not call it on Ryan Depperschmidt, though. They called it on number 58, Mason Rudolph.
Oh, really?
Yes. So that'll be the offensive guard. So a little bit of a surprise there for Lake Dallas. They just got to kind of pick it up. I'm not sure if there's a little miscommunication. It's 3rd and long.
Well, the clock's running
not
again.
Too used about seeing this.
In my opinion, I think the clock run's going to help the Falcons out here because I don't know if we're going to get a first down. Depperschmidt's got some time, though. Throws the ball across the middle. Has a man wide open.
That's Kylie.
He's got the 49-yard line. Down to the 41.
Wow.
They have no timeouts left. They got to get up there and get ready for the ball. 27 seconds left on the clock. Down to the Bronco 40-yard line. The Falcons are in business.
Kylie Smith, he might end up being number 1A, number 1B. They may just have 2 number 1 receivers.
All right, quick snap, and Depperschmidt spikes the ball to make sure the clock stops and gives him a chance to take it all in. So how did 6 seconds go off the clock after that got set?
I am not sure.
What on earth is happening?
All
right, so again, 22 seconds, plenty of time, 40 yards to go. We just went how many yards? I didn't see. It was a good 30-plus. So here we go. Depperschmidt, 2 to his left, 1 to his right, 1 in the backfield. 3-step drop, looks to his left-hand side, has a man open. They'll catch it at the 35-yard line, down to the 33, down to the 27. I apologize before he goes out of bounds. I couldn't see what that was. I want to say it's, doggone it, is that Braden Kane?
Yes, that is Braden Kane.
So a nice catch by Braden Kane. Stops the clock, 16 seconds left, down to the 28-yard line. The Falcons are in business here. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Depperschmidt's in the backfield. Here's a snap. Looks to the right-hand side, a quick hit pass. He's going to have his man at the 20-yard line. Keeps him bounced down to the 14-yard line. That's going to be Brandon Engel. Doing a great job of clock management here, Ryan Depperschmidt.
Now they're in the red zone. This is exactly what Coach Young and Jeremy Males want. I told you, they have a couple of tricks up their sleeve.
You've got to be careful here with no timeouts. You can't afford a sack. Do you send in the kicker?
It looks like they're also sending off. Yeah, they're sending in their kickoff.
All right, so here comes Anthony Patty. Now remember, your holder is who?
Ryan Depperschmidt.
I heard he can throw the ball.
A little bit. He can throw it a little bit.
So let's see what happens here. You got 10 seconds. It's 1st and 10. You don't have to kick it here. You can take the snap and make a play out of this. Snap's there. Kicks down. The kick is up. Anthony Patty with a... Oh, it went wide right. It went wide right. Oh. Really great looking drive there by the Falcons. Stalls at the 14-yard line. And it's going to get the ball at the 14-yard line. Where was it at? I wish they'd leave the stuff on a scoreboard.
I believe the 15.
So at the 20-yard line, but wow, what a great-looking drive. A lot of momentum coming in after the end of the first half. Yeah, down to 15. Even though the ball's sitting at the 20?
You know, I was really I was really
goes to the spot of this.
I was really surprised that they sent out the PAT team so soon. 10 seconds left. You could at least get one more play going on the drive, get a little bit closer into the field goal range for Anthony Patty.
They had done a great job at just hitting the receivers on the flanks.
They were
bounds.
working the sidelines.
That 2-minute offense was a show, and I think that's a lot of optimism if you're a Falcon fan seeing that out there. So let's say they're going to kneel this one down. Landry Kinney's under center for this. No, he actually takes a step back. There's a snap. He kneels it down, and that's the end of your first half. So plenty to talk about when we come back here. But as we go into the halftime, your Falcons up 28, Denton Broncos 14. We will be back with your Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Maston Air Conditioning and Heating.
You know, sometimes offensive line kind of has trouble during those 2-minute drills because they're having to run sometimes 50 yards down the field if those big plays happen. And they got 20 seconds they have 10 seconds to get the next play off. So they're really having to run out there, and kudos to those guys for working as hard as crap out there.
All right, hey, no more of that. In the backfield, you have again Ryan Hull, Kylie Smith, and Kobe Minor waiting for this kick here. Let's see if they can kick it back to him and have a little bit of return here for the Falcons. All right, Falcon fans, here is your second half. The kick is in the air. Let's let him go right down the middle there to Ryan Hull. His first chance to return the ball. Starts out his 5-yard line, going from right to left. Gets to the 20, finds the seam, 25-30. A little bit on the left-hand side, 35-40. Finally gets tackled at the 40-yard line. Great return by Ryan Hull on his first return.
And like I said, he's coming back after taking a year off of football to play baseball, and he is one heck of a speedster. You saw he was zooming past all those guys, has great vision, was able to find the hole on the left side, and as soon as he saw that hole, the best thing to do is go find the hash and go on the sideline all the way down, and he did exactly that.
He didn't get touched to the 35-yard line.
Great job and great blocking by this Lake Dallas team, and good start.
1st and 10 from the Falcons' 41-yard line. Ryan Depperschmidt in the backfield, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's a snap, looks to his left-hand side, quick hit. Caught at the 48-yard line, down at about the 51, almost enough for a first down there. I really believe that's, is that Braden?
That is Braden Kane.
Thank you.
Yeah, just great job of Braden Kane once again working those hash marks.
8-yard line, so they call him out of bounds a little bit before he got to the 50-yard line. That same high tempo, right to the sidelines. I think they liked what was working before, and they might try it again. Callie Smith takes a little bit, pitch right up the middle. That's going to be inequity?
Yes, that is inequity. Really good job once again. He's really powerful, really strong. Downhill runner, just carried about 5 defenders on his back for 5 extra yards.
Strong 8-yard gain into Bronco territory already. 1st and 10 Falcons. Really caught me off with the Kylie Smith. Went in motion, opened to right up for inequity.
And that's that magic show that they love.
They're going right back to the well, up the middle. Big gainer up to the 30-yard line, still on his feet. Takes 3 Broncos to bring him down. First down. 11 yards, inequity.
Ooh, inequity, man. He is saying, just get off of me. This Lake Dallas running back committee is doing a great job. It looks like there's a little bit of jawing going on, competition between Brandon Engel and Marcellus Lockley. So keep an eye on that, because Brandon Engel, you know, he is a very competitive guy. And Ryan Depperschmidt's been looking his way quite a bit tonight.
Well, the Falcons are going right up the middle on this Broncos, punching him in the mouth to open up this second half. 1st and 10 at the Bronco 28-yard line. Man in motion right to left. They're going to pitch to him. Oh, gets caught up. A little bit of break in the coverage there. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Thankfully, that was number 9 there, C.J. Broadway. But a little bit of penetration there by the Broncos stops him for a short no-gainer.
Yeah, it looks like the Broncos, really their whole defensive line got a really good jump on the ball. Offense just really got to get back in there and their kickback coverage.
All right, so you got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. And the equity in the backfield with Ryan Depperschmidt. Here's a snap. Quick one-step drop past the right-hand side. Has the man open. I believe that's Brandon Engel. It is maybe 6 or 7 yards. Should bring up maybe a 3rd and 3.
Oh, no, they're going to mark it as that's about a 9-yard gain.
3rd and 1. Great gainer there by Brandon Engel.
Very impressive.
Now, sharp passes out on the flanks.
And right into their hands. Beautiful.
All right, so 3rd and 1. Last time we were back here, a couple penalties cost us. Let's see if they can clean it up. Right up the middle. Brandon Depperschmidt holds it down for the 15, 10, 5. Depperschmidt, touchdown Falcons!
Wow. Is that kid not one of the best athletes you have ever seen in your life?
Man, fake handoff to Inequity. Took her right up the left-hand side. Again, I could have drove a tractor through that hole, Garen.
I think there's a couple of ankles out on the field, if I can recall. Refs are they're going to have to call a timeout to pick them up off the field.
Well, right off the kickoff, second half, driving right down the field. Touchdown, Falcons, 34-14. Anthony Patty trying to be perfect.
Oh,
and it's blocked! I finally jinxed him. I am sorry, Anthony Patty.
Why are you so happy to say that?
I'm sorry. I'm not happy. Extra point is blocked. 34-14. Wow. Oh, wait. The refs are talking. Hold on.
That may be a flag.
Hold on.
Roughing the kicker.
Yeah, offsides on the defense.
Uh-oh.
So I take back my apology, Mr. Patty. Get out there and kick it through the uprights.
Who they bringing out on the field? They got Brandon Engel running back out on the field, so this is going to be a 2-point conversion.
All right.
Looks like they're running that Rhino package, Dan. They got D.L. Robertson out there, Hayden Brockenbush, Daryl Miner.
Package. I love it.
Daryl Miner back there. Yeah, this is going to be a good play.
So Brandon Engel under center. Brandon Engel pitches it out to the right-hand side. 5, touchdown. Who's that again out there? Daryl Miner.
That is
2-point conversion is good. Daryl Miner untouched into the backfield. Beautiful start by your Lake Dallas Falcons. We come back. Your Falcons up 36-14. You're listening to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Are you thinking of selling your home? Sub-Zero Realty is changing the real estate game and making sure you get to keep more of your hard-earned equity. Don't sell the old way. Make the most of your move by visiting their website at www.subzerorealty.com or call at 940-228-1461. Allow their team of local certified real estate agents to work for you and sell your home for less than free when you buy with Sub-Zero Realty.
Hey Falcon fans, your local community bank, Point Bank, would like to invite you into its location right here in Corinth to get your very own Lake Dallas School logo debit card. It's free when you open a new personal checking account. Point Bank is a member FDIC bank.
So Lake Dallas Falcons throwing out an early season marker in this first game of this young 2018 season, up 36-14. Garen, you gotta like what you see.
Oh, I'm loving it, and I think Anthony Patty's loving it too. It gives him another vote of confidence heading into his next PAT attempt. Whenever he has to go back out there, and Falcons back on the kickoff. Defense has to keep doing their job and get the offense back out on the field.
Extra points, perfect on extra points. And kicking from our left to right, here's Anthony Patty. The kick is up, going towards the back right side of the Denton backfield, up to the 15, 20-yard line. Gets up to about the 26-yard line before he's gang tackled. So a good job by the defense, making sure the special teams doesn't open this game back up.
And that was big 6-foot senior Ty Mongo with the on the receiving end for Denton right there. Great job by Lake Dallas, able to bottle him up. That's a bigger guy, and they were able to bring him down on the ground after a short gain.
Great name, Ty Mongo. Haven't called that enough tonight.
I know.
All right, so the Falcons defense gets to see the field. We talked about being fresh last game, and really the defense hasn't seen a lot of the field. They got to be fresh here, and it's got to be frustrating for the Broncos, who haven't really been able to get their offense going outside of a couple big plays. So Landry Kinney in the backfield again with Posey. 2 to his right, 1 to his left. The handoff's going to go. No, he's going to tuck it back in. Ooh, boy, he faked me out. Posey up the middle for no gain. Did a really nice job with the what I thought was a play action pass, but hand off to Posey for no gain.
You know, this is something to look at, Dan. I haven't seen Ty Studhalter in the lineup for quite some time. They've had number 6, senior Andre McAdoo Franklin, manning that right outside linebacker position. So interesting to see what's going on with Ty Studhalter.
All right, 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Kenny takes a snap. He's going to look to his right-hand side. Passes across the middle. Tip and incomplete. Trying to get that to number 11, Isaac Broads, who's had a really decent first half and just missed him.
And you want to see a little bit more awareness from the safety, Nick Cagnetto. Played cornerback all last year, so he may still be getting used to that safety position. But that's the place to be if you want to make those key interceptions.
Lockley was burning before, and he was playing over the top there, trying to help out his defensive back. And if he would have been aware, though, definitely a chance for interception. As it stands, it's 3rd and 10. Broncos in trouble early in the second half. Landry Kinney, to his right, to his left, takes a snap, looks to his right-hand side this time, trying to find somebody over the middle. Has a man wide open at the 48-yard line, 50, 40, 45, 30. Tackled at about the 23-yard line. Totally broken coverage. And that is Isaac Broads. You've got to keep an eye on him, Garen.
Absolutely, and that's the first big play, really, that Lake Dallas has allowed. Secondary's done a real solid job of keeping these wide receivers locked up. Looked like a blown coverage. I believe that was Preston Sudis' man. Not sure what confusion happened out there, but they're just thankful that Kobe Minor was back there to make the tackle.
Well, as it stands, they're at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Broncos definitely in a good position here. Landry takes a snap. Posey up the middle. He tucks it on himself. Tries to go to the left. Peels back going to the right-hand side. Still can pass. Oh, it's brought down from behind. Great pursuit there by, who's that, Minor?
That's Andre McAdoo Franklin.
Wow. Landry Kinney could have had a first down on that after he scrambled to his left, went to his right, and fantastic pursuit by Franklin there to stop him for a 4-yard gain.
You know, I think we need to come up with the nickname for McAdoo Franklin. Maybe Big Mac? Just call him
Big Mac?
Mac Truck? Big Mac? Something quick.
How about McFrankie?
Hey, that'll work.
We'll figure it out. All right, 2nd and 7 here. Early in the second half, lots of offensive yardage on both sides of the ball. Landry Kinney in the backfield, 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Posey in the backfield. Going to hand off to Posey at the middle. No, pulls it down. Passes right across the middle. Caught at the 10-yard line. Immediately brought down, but not before first down. 1st and goal, Broncos.
And that's another pass complete to Isaac Broads, Stan. This looks like the secondaries, looks like the safeties especially. That was Nick Cagnetto's man, so we're seeing those struggles kind of appear early in the third quarter.
All right, Landry Kinney in business with the Broncos. Handoff's going to go to Posey this time. He's going to try to go right up the middle. Tackled for a really short gain, if any gain at all, maybe 2 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
And Hayden Brockenbush, and it looked like Jared Finley was in there on the play,
sure
and they
was.
said, absolutely not, you're not going anywhere, Mr. Posey.
Well, he went somewhere. Like I said, he got about 2 yards.
That's not much of anything.
It's not much of anything, but 2nd and goal from the 6. Kinney checks back to the sidelines, make sure he has a call that he wants. 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Again, Posey in the backfield with him. Lake Dallas looks spread out. Let's see if they can contain him. Here's a snap. Kinney, real quick step back, throws to the left-hand side. It's going to be caught for a no, incomplete. Fantastic coverage there by number 13, Zion Hurd.
That athleticism is just really showing out when the lights come on for Zion Hurd. First-year starter, just doing a phenomenal job manning that cornerback slot on the opposite end of
That was
Preston
6
Sudis.
points. Landry Kinney put it right in there, but Zion Hurd came with a sweep from the backside and ripped the ball out of his arm. So
and that takes tremendous strength to do that as well, because these receivers have very strong and sticky hands.
Well, the weight room kept 6 points off the board as it stands for now. 3rd and goal from the 7. Kenny in the backfield with Posey. Let's see what they do here. Here's a snap. Posey's out of the backfield. Kenny in trouble. Scrambles to his left, scrambles right. Hot pursuit by the Falcons. He breaks the coverage though at the 10. Throws the ball up in the air. It's going to be, almost intercepted by the Falcons.
Oh, man, that was a great job by the Falcons on...
a little bit of John here on the sidelines. Who is that down there? 48 for the Falcons or 40... I can't tell who it was.
I believe that's number 40, Dan.
So
Christian Crawford is who I believe that is.
I didn't see any flags, but the Broncos are clapping about something. It should be a 4th down and goal.
This John's not stopping. Preston Sudis is walking backwards, and you know what's
There's
usually
a flag on the
happening
field, so I do see a flag down there. A couple flags. Are they going to call an illegal pass? Was he across the line of scrimmage and he caught it this time?
That's what I was thinking. It's got to be. I didn't see it. I mean, no wide receivers were being held.
We have proven that we have no idea what's going on in the game.
I mean, these refs, I don't even think they've ever reffed a football game before. I don't know if they know what football is.
I'm sure they reffed a football game.
I don't know.
But let's see what happens here. So, both coaching staffs are on the field. The referee finally calls holding on the offense. And they're going to walk this one off. So it's going to make it a 3rd and 17 now 3rd and goal from the 17 as it stands. I don't know, man. It was incomplete. It would have been 4th and 6. They like 3rd and 16 better, I guess.
I think they're allergic to touchdowns when they get within 5 yards.
It's dangerous. They have plenty of weapons to make the play. Giving Kinney another opportunity to strike, I don't know is the right call. Let's see if it pays off for the Falcons.
Gives Lake Dallas a big opportunity to come up with a stop.
Here comes Kenny. Low snap, picks it up, has some time, passes right across the middle. A little bit too high. Oh! Nick Cagnetto almost came up with a superstar pick, but incomplete out the back of the end zone, so that's going to ring out 4th down.
That was great coverage by Preston Sudis and Nick Cagnetto. Once Nick Cagnetto, I guess he heard us. He came up with that awareness and was able to nearly come away with that interception, but really just a great job of Preston Sudis out-jumping the receiver and able to swat the ball away.
Yeah, a little bit hot. I'll tell you what, though, the offensive wide receiver had position on Sudis. If the ball would have been thrown a little better, probably 6 points. As it stands, it's 4th and 16. They bring the field goal unit out here. Ball's going to be spotted at the 23-yard line. Here's a snap. Kick is up. The kick looks like it's wide left, and it is wide left. No good. So the Falcons defense holds, keeping the score 36-14. We come back, your Lake Dallas Falcons, 1st and 10. You're listening to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
I don't always watch high school football under the Friday night lights, but when I do, it's with Maston Air, watching the Lake Dallas Falcons crushing it. Stay cool, my friends.
All right, Coach Michael Young has to love the flow of this game. Both sides of the ball doing their job, 36-14. Ball's on the, can't tell here, they're saying the 20-yard line. Here's a snap. Depper Schmidt throws it right up the middle there for about 3 or 4 yards. I couldn't tell.
That was Trevor Lindsay.
Trevor Lindsay.
Absolutely. And he's getting quite a bit of work tonight, isn't he, Dan?
Well, we need some work in the backfield because it's a little bit, not as many weapons as last year with Kylie going out to a wide receiver. So it's good to see the ball get moved around a little bit. And it might be that time of the game that we start seeing some other players see the ball being up 3 possessions. But 2nd and 6. Depper Schmidt's got 2 to his left, 2 to his right. I think that's Lindsay in the backfield with him. Oh, fakes the pitch to Lindsay, throws to the left-hand side. Wide receiver screen, has his man. It's going to be really close to 1st down. I think that was that Broadway over there?
Yeah, that was Braden Kane.
Braden Kane.
I know, they look very similar. They're similar in size, similar in stature.
At this point,
just these numbers are kind of difficult.
There's no way I'm going to be able to see.
Yeah, I understand.
All right.
Those silver numbers are tough.
So 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the 30-yard line. Got exactly what they needed. A little bit of a different formation here. It's going to go to the right-hand side. Kylie Smith's looking for blockers. Didn't quite get enough, but still managed to pick up 5 yards before he went down. Nice little gain by Kylie.
Yeah, Kylie, he kind of had a whole lot of nothing because all of the offensive linemen here, they got beat. They got beat to the outside, so Kylie kind of had to do the rest of that run on his own. 5 yards, I'd say that's a pretty successful run for Mr.
All right.
Smith.
2nd and 5, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Trevor Lindsay in the backfield with Ryan Depperschmidt. Ryan Depperschmidt's taking his time this time, checking with the sidelines. I love watching the guys try to make these calls with the hands going everywhere.
It helps when there's pictures as well. Pictures make it better.
No pictures today. Man in motion is Kylie Smith coming from our left to right. Steps in the backfield with him. Handoff's going to go right up the middle, though, to Tyler Lindsay for no gainer, maybe a half-yarder for Lucky. Trying some different things out here for the Falcons in this drive.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what exact role that they have for Trevor Lindsay because he's kind of based on his size, he looks kind of like that scat back type of look, and Onyekwiti is more of the in between the markers type runner. So interesting seeing what they're doing with Lindsay.
All right, 3rd and 5. Let's see if Depperschmidt keeps this himself and rolls out. Nope, he's going to check back down again, checks to the sidelines. He's got 3 to his left, 1 to his right. The 1 to his right is Brandon Engel. Keep an eye on that one. He's singled up. Anytime Depperschmidt sees that, he likes it. Looks to the right-hand or left-hand side, though. Passes off. Great block there if they don't call a hold. They're going to get a 1st down. I kind of thought they were going to call a hold on that one. Got away with one, the Falcons.
And that was Ryan Holt, Dan. That one of those guys, super quick, super fast. Maybe the secret weapon for this team.
All right, now wait a second. Now what are we talking about?
I don't know.
I didn't see the flag, but I saw what I thought was a penalty.
Still waiting on a call here.
Holding, there it is.
And that penalty is going to go against Braden Kane.
Yeah, that was the right call. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 15 now.
Man, you hate to see these type of plays for the Falcons, especially whenever they start getting in that groove. You're gonna hit.
I just
You're
really
gonna
thought
hit
with
these
3rd and
spots.
5, with the way Depperschmidt's been on the ground, it would have been a really easy decision. Just play action pass, tuck it in, and go. But this time they're going to line up 2 left, 2 right. Looks like Kylie's going to go in motion again. Let's see what happens here. No, the motion man was Ryan Hull. Depperschmidt's in trouble already, trying to get out of it. Rolls out to his right-hand side, shakes the tackle, looks downfield, and just throws it away, which was the right decision there. There was no one to go to. Really did. Oh, there's a flag on the field again.
And I believe you're going to get an illegal man downfield. You're going to get, looks like number 50 or 58. I believe that'll be Mason Rudolph.
Let's
I think
see
he
if
was
they take
downfield.
the penalty, though, because it'd be 4th and 15. Yep, you nailed it. Hey, we're calling these penalties.
Absolutely. Hey, we should be down there. We should have these headphones on and reffing the game at the same time.
Garen, it's got to start somewhere. We're aware of that, sir. Garen had it called a long time ago. And they're not going to walk it off, so they are going to decline the penalty, bringing up 4th and 15. Depperschmidt's going to line up at his own 10-yard line to boot this one away. So kicking from our left to right, the man back there to receive. Who is that back there for?
I think that's Hope. I believe that's Hope.
Okay. So Hunter Hope's going to sit back there. Decent kick's going to bounce at the 50, take a little bit of a Falcon hop, end up at the 47-yard line. So the Broncos, when they come back, will be 1st and 10 from their 47. You listen to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Hey Falcon listeners, Fab Solis here to talk to you guys about James Wood Auto Group. They'll get you in your new car hassle-free. Find your next car at James Wood Auto Group, located off I-35 South in Denton. Go Falcons!
All right, so 4:43 left in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of time in the game. 3 possessions ahead for the Lake Dallas Falcons. Looking good, but another chance for the defense to shine here.
Absolutely, this defense really has to show out. I'm honestly very impressed. We got Ty Studhalter back in the game, so that's a great sign for this defense.
The defense has to quit giving
up
up the big plays, though. That's where they've been hitting it. So Tyler Kinney hands the ball off to Posey right up the middle. They love right up the middle. Ooh, broke a few tackles there. Got a really tough 5 yards up the middle.
And he does such, if I'm talking about Posey here, he does such a good job of keeping his pads low and his shoulders are always facing forward. So these defenders of the Falcons have no idea where Posey's going to go.
So that's going to put the Broncos in business in Falcons territory, only giving them 4 yards on that, so 2nd and 6. Kinney in the backfield with Posey. 1 to his right, 2 to his left. Let's see what the Broncos dial up here. Handoff again up there for Posey. Posey tried to find some room on the left-hand side, but not happening today. Big number 45, was that on there?
No,
Evans?
No, that was Big Mac. That was Big Mac, Mr. McAdoo Franklin.
Nice. Well, Evans was in there trying to help out, but great play there by the defense, not letting him break containment on the left-hand side. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
That was, and we got, this isn't good to see. You got D.L. Robertson. He's down on the turf. He grabbing at his foot, which is something you do not like to see.
All right, looks like a cramp there, so we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, 3rd and 9 here for the Broncos from the Falcons 48. You're listening to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast. Man, Garen, it's almost halftime. I cannot wait to get my hands on some of that Chick-fil-A.
I know, me too. We got to get there before Drew does, though. By the way, where is Drew?
Drew?
Yeah?
Is there any Chick-fil-A left?
No.
Come on, man!
Chill out. Chick-fil-A is right around the corner in Kensington Square.
Well, you better get on your bike and go get some for us, Drew.
Dan, I can drive now.
Well, don't forget the barbecue sauce this time.
And the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Don't worry, guys. I got it.
Hey, Falcon fans. Looking for a family-friendly local dentist? Well, former Falcon Dr. Danny Baird is the one for you. You'll find his new office located off Swisher Road, opening this December. Stop on by. You don't want to miss it.
All right, so a chance for the Falcons to cut this possession short here. 3rd and 9 for the Broncos, again from their 48-yard line. Kenny's in the backfield, 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Got Xylon Posey in the backfield with him, always a dangerous weapon. Looks like they're going to bring an offside blitz. Falcons try to get him, and they got the statement, and they're going to sack him for a 15-yard loss. Beautiful job there.
That's Taleno Evans on that big sack. And you got to think Big Mac right there. He caused the double team on the play, freed up Taleno Evans to make the huge sack. And that's going to be a loss of, I don't even know, 12, 13 yards?
Yeah, they blitzed him on a strong side, and I don't think Kenny saw it coming until it was too late. Taleno Evans took every advantage of the mistake, brought him down.
Great play call by defensive coordinator Jason Young. Really doing a nice job in forcing Denton to now punt.
All right, that could be one of the first nails in the coffin. Bring it down to 2:51 left in the 3rd quarter. Oh, the snap's high again. Here, having trouble. He's going to try to get a kickoff. Finally does get a beautiful kickoff. Wow, he was in trouble. The snap went over his head, did a great job of keeping the play alive, and finally gets off a punt of about 40 yards. Really heads-up play by the Broncos.
Yeah, and I think the defensive line's they're doing a great job. But when it hits special teams and on those punts, I'm really not seeing too much of a sense of urgency on when the ball's on the ground. I'd like to see a little bit more. And what's going on down there, Dan?
Well, I'm just saying, look at us out here again. Hunter Hope staying on the field again, playing both sides. So they have oh wait, is he finally getting off the field? Okay. So Hunter Hope really made something out of nothing. No, he's staying on the field.
Wow.
All right, so here come your Falcons, 2 in the backfield, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Takes a snap, goes right up the middle. Big hole. Stumbling for about 8 or 9 yards. I couldn't see who that was. I want to say it was Inequity.
And that is Ike Inequity. Another big carry, another big gain for the big man.
I got to get that yek in there, Inequity.
Inequity.
That's going to be my op-IS this year.
There'll always be a different last name.
All right, so 2 in the backfield again. Let's see if they dial it up. It's 2nd and 1. And the same exact thing. Inequity. Oh no! Depperschmidt pulls it down and keeps it himself. Still alive. All the way up to the 48, 49-yard line. 3 players tackled Inequity. Depperschmidt kept the ball. He's a magician tonight.
And that is the versatility of this offense and the glory of playing with a triple option. I mean, this defense is getting caught up in the magic tricks that Lake Dallas is performing out there.
All right, we're staying with the I-back formation. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Let's see if Depperschmidt keeps it going up the middle. There's a snap. Pitch out's going to be to Kylie Smith, taking up the left-hand side. Has a blocker ahead of him, trying to break containment. Finally does. 50, 45. Steps out of bounds at about the 43-yard line of the Broncos, just short of another first down. Falcons are flying in the second half.
And the burst by Kylie Smith and the ability of him to just cut on a dime and just accelerate through the hole is just phenomenal. I don't know how this guy hasn't been recruited yet.
Well, they really tried to contain him, and he broke containment at the last second, but when he cut that corner, he really burst, and he actually got 2 more yards than I thought he went out. So he burst so hard, he got an extra 2 yards.
And he kind of faked that pass again, so Denton's a little bit scared.
You know what? That set it up for the whole game, because every time they see the ball, the defensive backs have to second guess. What a great play to start the game out, to set the tone for the Falcons. So here it is, 2nd and 1 at the Bronco 42-yard line. Depperschmidt hands him, no, he fakes the handoff. Passes deep. He's got Brandon Kay wide open at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Brandon Engel. I apologize. What a beautiful play by the Falcons.
And there's Brandon Engel's first touchdown of the game and first touchdown of the year. And that's just, you can look forward to hearing more of that.
Certainly won't be his last. Ryan Depperschmidt and all the Falcons really enjoying this one. Lots of high fives, dancing in the air. Brandon Engel, man, I apologize. I'm going to keep using Kane time and time again because there's too many Brandon and Bradens out there, but beautiful play, young man, and wide open for another Falcon touchdown, 42-14.
Absolutely. Once again, triple option. It fooled Denton.
And the extra point is up. The extra point is good. Anthony Patty, perfect. 5 for 5 for the year on extra points. Your Falcons, 43. Denton Broncos, 14 and feeling it. You're listening to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Fab Sol is here to talk to you about Corinth Orthodontics. Dr. V and his great staff take care of my 3 kids and all their orthodontic needs. Dr. V and his patient-friendly staff also provide Damon Clear braces, Invisalign, adult braces, teen orthodontics, and 3D Smile technology. His office is conveniently located at 3901 Swisher Road. Visit them at www.corinthorthodontics.com for your complimentary consultation, or for information, email them at info@drvortho.com.
Whether you need a great job or highly qualified talent, contact your...
Yeah, sorry for the quick break there, but Garen, if you look down at the stands, a lot of purple funneling for the exits. 1:35 left in the third quarter.
And we heard the talk going around all up in just this press box that they thought that they were going to sweep Lake Dallas 3-0 on the series. Lake Dallas has something different to say.
Yeah, Coach
And
Billy Miller's got a lot to talk about at the end of this game. They're going to need a lot of time to groom this new offense and get it right. But here's our kick from right to left, or left to right, my apologies. Broncos going to field it about the 7-yard line, coming up the middle. And, oh, he fumbles the ball.
Lake Dallas has the ball.
Have it. Beautiful job there by number 35, I think it was, Noah Vlasic on the hit. Oh, they got it back.
Oh, that was a
what a great job on special teams.
Absolutely. Kudos to Noah Vlasic. That's it, Vlasic?
Yeah, Vlasic.
That was a great job of able to strip the ball out of his hands while you're going full speed and having to turn the corner. That's a very hard thing to do, so kudos to that guy. Kudos to Coach Smith with the special teams group.
Check the body language out in Talenio Evans. He's coming out there dancing. They're feeling it. The boys are throwing their hands up in the air. The Falcons are just having fun out there tonight, Garen. You remember games like this? I mean, this is just when you go out there, it's just you're having fun.
Yeah, you want to have fun. And whenever you have fun, that's when you know that y'all are going to be playing at y'all's best. Because when y'all are all meshed as that team and everybody's feeling the same way and feeling the same way about the team and their outlook, they're going to have a great season.
Well, Kenny did a good job keeping that play alive. Had plenty of time in the pocket, though, to do it. The pass rush couldn't get there in time. All across the middle there to Marcellus Lockley for about another, 17 yards there, Harvey?
You have to think that Marcellus Lockley is huffing and puffing out there on the field. He's playing both ways and covering Lake Dallas's
really
best guy
game,
in Brandon Engel.
Strong hands. Kenny knows he's got him for an outlet. Having a decent game. So Landry Kenny, first down for the Broncos at their 37-yard line. Steps back. Definitely another passing play. Little wide receiver screen up the middle. Almost intercepted. It looked like
McAdoo Franklin. Big Mac.
Man, we have to get a nickname for him.
Big Mac. I'm telling you, that's the one that's got to stick.
I like Big Mac. Big Mac's having a game out there. Really close to pick. Hands on his hips. He's not happy with himself, but did a good job of staying in position, breaking up the pass play, bringing up another, a 2nd and 10 here for the Broncos.
Man, he is having one heck of a game as well. He is playing a little bit of a reserve role, but I think he's earning a starting job just by his performance tonight.
All right, Posey probably going to see too much more of the ball here as the Broncos are trying to salvage something out of this game. Kenny, another wide receiver screen, has his man, but only for maybe 2 yards. Got the pass off to number 9's not even on the roster. We don't even know who that is. They're bringing in everybody now.
Yeah, they're pulling people from the stands.
All right, so 3rd and 7 here for the Broncos from their own 40-yard line. That's all right. Don't worry about it, Hurricane. Well, when you figure it out, you let us know. It's still 3rd and 7. It's not going to change. So Kenny, 56 seconds left in this third quarter before we get to the fourth quarter. 43 points on the board for the Falcons in the third quarter. Gotta love it. Kenny drops back, looks to his right hand side, no one's there. Looks across the middle, dumps the ball off. Really good coverage again. I don't know, did he catch that ball? Xylon Hurd was right there to make the tackle, but how did he catch that ball? That ball was thrown below his shoelaces.
It's a great job by that guy, but
Beautiful catch.
I want to see the instant replay. I want to see that ball hit the ground.
It's not available, Garen.
I know. I'll have to make a phone call after.
Landry Kenny, 4th down. The Broncos are going to go for it. Falcons can get a big stop here and just ice this game. And Posey gets caught in the backfield. He's not going to get it. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Falcons wrap him up.
Wow, and you love seeing this among the defense. Look at the whole sideline. Coaches are jumping. Players are patting each other on the back, slapping each other on the helmet. That's how you know you have a great friendship and a great, really just the common sense of wanting to win with this team. And when all y'all are on the same page, it is just awesome to watch.
Well, up 43-14, they're still putting in a heck of an effort and a beautiful tackle there on Xylon Posey, who only needed a yard, but lost about 2 or 3 on that. Good gang tackling by the Falcons and not letting them break. So he tried to break a couple of tackles.
Yeah, and this whole Falcons team, we've always been a very good team. Coach Jason Young has always wanted his team to have excellent pursuit. But that play just proves it. Jason Young is
the offensive coordinator?
No, he's defensive coordinator.
That's right. All right, so is Depper Schmidt still in the game here? Let's see if we got a quarterback. There he is. Takes a handoff, keeps the ball himself, and just kneels down. Smart decision there by Depper Schmidt, not taking the extra hit. Really good decision. A little bit of a broken play there.
Yeah, a little bit. Now, I'm wondering, I'm sure they want to coach. I know Coach Young wants to get a few more touchdowns ahead in order to, as we're headed to the fourth quarter. He wants to get a few more touchdowns ahead before he puts in his reserve guys because he doesn't want to blow this lead.
Right.
Perhaps we'll see Kyle Nielsen.
Well, we'll find out when we come back. That's the end of your third quarter. Your Falcons 43, Broncos 14. We'll be right back with this Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Great things begin with the perfect partnership. Whether you're looking for a new career or seeking the best talent for your job opening, the team at Cornerstone Staffing can help you get the ball across the line. Committed to supporting the DFW community through compassion, integrity, self-discipline, and faith, Cornerstone Staffing will help you find the perfect match, guaranteed. Cornerstone Staffing, helping build a better workforce.
It's funny, Garen, when you see a game where Ryan Depperschmidt is 12 of 17 for 160 yards, 66 yards on the ground, his best play might have been sitting down and not getting hurt at that last play and taking a loss of 6.
Oh, definitely, and I think all the Falcons and Falcon fans will agree. They've seen him shaken up a couple of times earlier in the first half, but he's playing a lot smarter, trying to stay away from those big hits now. He's throwing the ball away. Smart moves by Ryan Depperschmidt and the rest of this coaching staff.
All right, so Depperschmidt in the backfield again. 3 to his right, 1 to his left. There's a running back in the backfield with him. I don't know who that is, but it's an awfully clean jersey. He pitches out to him. Is that Kylie?
No, that is number 25.
All right, that's going to be Ladarius Fleming. So starting to see some new faces. And Ladarius Fleming did a really good job of getting possession because that ball was pitched out there quite a ways. Picked up about 2 or 3 yards, going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, not too bad of a cut for Ladarius Fleming. And, he's kind of juiced up. He's wanting to get a few runs in before this game's over with. And now you got Ladarius Fleming and Kylie Smith back there. So they're kind of similar in size and speed. So that's how you easily get confused with them. But you can see one jersey's a little bit dirtier than the other.
Yeah, sure can. So here we go. 3rd and 11 from the Broncos' 45-yard line. Depperschmidt in the backfield. 3 to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to take a quick step drop. Tries to throw.
Kylie Smith's wide open.
And makes the catch. Wow! Impressive coverage by the Broncos. I don't know how he came down for that, but as it stands, he's going to get a catch for about, I'm guessing, maybe 25, 30 yards.
Once again, Kylie Smith is perhaps the biggest playmaker on this team. He's able to bring that juice to this team that they need. He's a battery. He knows how to do it.
Wow, so a big play by Kylie Smith, keeping the Falcons alive deep in Bronco territory. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard lines in the red zone again.
Wow. This is just such a great job by Ryan Depperschmidt and Coach Young on just making this offense just march down the field.
Yeah, a lot of new faces here. Depperschmidt, a little bit of a broken play, gets the ball handed off. Wow, number 5 from the Broncos. Couldn't figure out who had the ball. Jesus Sanchez tackled both of them. Really good job by the Broncos bringing up a loss of 1.
Hey, if you can't choose one, choose both. So, really good job by the defensive end for Denton Broncos. They're able to make a little bit of a quick play. But Ryan Depperschmidt right there, looks like they're kind of having a little bit of miscommunication with the reserve guys.
All right, Depperschmidt's still checking the sidelines here, making sure he has a play that he wants. 2nd and 11 from the 21-yard line of the Broncos. 2 in the backfield, 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Here's a snap. Quick 3-step drop.
Brandon Engel's wide open.
Oh, right through Engel's hands. Had it for 6 and dropped it.
We saw Brandon Engel kind of struggle with some drops and warm-ups, and I was hoping that it wasn't going to carry over to the actual games. you hate to see such a big play that could happen with Engel just kind of go bust. But great job of Engel just blowing by his defender. He had 2 guys on him wide open.
Would've been a
Just
tough
everybody has those drops.
I mean, over
Can't
the
blame him
shoulder.
too much
It
for
was
it.
thrown on a line, too. It wasn't one of those nice lofting balls over the heads. It was like right into his
Definitely,
hands.
it was a bullet.
All right, 3rd and 11. Let's see what Depperschmidt does here. Certainly in range for points, whether they get 6 or 3. Pitches out to the left-hand side, has a little bit of room. Down to the 20, tries to make a man miss. And it's going to be down there at about the 17-yard line. That was Ladarius Fleming again?
That was 21, Jaden McGrew. So we're really seeing some new faces and new names.
Lots of clean white uniforms out there. It's going to bring up a 4th and 8, and they should bring out the kicking team. Let's see what they do here.
Yep, Anthony Patty's headed out there.
All right, he missed his first one. Chance for Patty for some redemption here on this first Friday football night of the young Falcon season.
This is about a 30-yard field goal, wouldn't you say, Dan?
35.
35 field goal?
Depperschmidt gives him a little bit of confidence. Has a little conversation with Anthony before he lines up for his kick. So.
And Lake Dow's going to take their first time out.
Because why not? All right, folks, so we're going to try to ice the kicker up 43-14. You're listening to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Sweet Huffine Chevrolet in Louisville, where the prices are so low. So low, so low, so low.
Is your yard getting out of hand and you just don't have enough time in your busy work schedule? Well, no need to fear, Lovelace Landscape is here. With over 30 years of professional experience, Lovelace Landscaping and Tree Service will make your home a beautiful place to live once again.
All right, so let's see if Patty can get some redemption after the first miss. Coaching staff for the Broncos finally getting off the field, all 6 of them.
Returning to play, once again, Anthony Patty to attempt a 35-yard field goal.
All right, Patty, what do you got? All right, the sophomore lines up. Sets his mark. Kick is up.
Oh, he's got quite the
plenty
leg.
of distance. And it is good. So Anthony Patty gets his first 3-pointer of the 2018 season for the Lake Dallas Falcons and gets on the board. Your Falcons 46, the Broncos 14, Garen.
Man, Anthony Patty has one heck of a leg. I mean, he could have kicked that probably 20 more yards. And what, I think it's about to go on the roof just about every single kick. They really need to get a net back there.
Yeah, we don't need any kind of students hanging on the rooftops just for footballs here. So 5 for 5 in extra points, 2 field goals. Patty's having a great start to the season. You know, we talked about Marcel Apayez, who, say we went to about 2017, really had some important kicks last year. Had a couple games in his pocket that he won for the Falcons.
Absolutely.
So he was an asset out there, and to lose an asset like that's a big deal.
I believe the word you're looking for is clutch, Dan. Yes, Marcial Apayez was clutch in those moments that he needed to be. But Anthony Patty,
He's no Vinatieri.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't be Adam Vinatieri right away. I mean, that takes, how old is that guy? 45?
I think he
42?
turned 72 this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think I can't even think of a TV
the Browns
show that
win
came out.
one of their AFL championships.
Oh, really? So he played with Jim Brown?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, wow. He's been through it all.
So Apayez, he'll be all right. But hey, you gotta like what the Falcons have in Anthony Patty right now.
Definitely.
I mean, a sophomore kicker stepped into the team, first night under the lights, really performing at a high level for the Falcons.
And he's a sophomore. I mean, emphasize sophomore. These coaches know how to get these guys to mature quickly.
All right, and he sends it off the tee. A booming kick sends the Broncos all the way back to their own goal line. They're going to try to bring it out. Coming across the 10, 15, a little bit of space still, 20, 25, 30, cuts it up the middle, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's going to be Patty's first chance to get a tackle. Tries to bring him down to 30, 20, 10, 5. Broncos touchdown. Special teams breakdown. Even after the win of this nature, Michael Young's going to tear his team apart.
Absolutely. You do not want to see blown coverage like that, especially on the left side. That kick was towards the right. The fact that they let that play completely transition and switch sides of the field is not a good look for this special teams unit at all. No matter how how much you are up in the scoreboard. You want to see solid play from special teams.
A friend of mine back in Ohio talked to me once about career advice or any advice. Don't outkick your coverage. He just outkicked his coverage.
Absolutely.
And it really cost him.
Definitely. And that guy on the carry was Ty Mongo, the guy with the cool name.
Oh, the best name. Ty Mongo. Here's your extra point. The kick is up. The kick is good. So the Broncos find a little bit to salvage out of this game and something to talk about from a positive nature afterwards. Brings the score 21-46.
We got a player down on the field, man.
All right, we come back from the break. We'll tell you about the player. Looks like it might just be a cramp. You're listening to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Hey Falcon fans, your local community bank, Point Bank, would like to invite you to its location right here in Corinth to get your very own Lake Dallas school logo debit card. It's free when you open up a new personal checking account. To sweeten the deal, Point Bank will make a $25 donation to your choice of participating booster clubs. Point Bank is a member of FDIC Bank. Good luck, Falcons.
If I had $1 million, if I had
All right. Mr. Lusk and I are having a gentleman's argument about whether it was a 98-yard return or a 100-yard return, but regardless, it was 6
I'll say 99. I'm going to step in, and I'm going to say 99.
Oh, Darren, come on.
Come on, 50-50, guys.
I said it was having a gentleman's argument. You just blew it.
The Hurricane's always going to win.
That's true. That's true. Never go toe-to-toe with a Hurricane. All right, so Falcon fans, again, you're enjoying a fantastic evening outside of that blemish that just happened on that return. Up 46-21, 8:53 left in this game. Lots of timeouts. Timeouts at this point are kind of a moot point, other than if you want to set something up for some of your second or third strings to make sure you got the right call in.
And you know, it's still not, I know Coach Young's not comfortable enough putting in those reserve guys. So kickoff returns like that, all of this still matter because you're leaving in Ryan Depperschmidt.
Did that
you're leaving
cost us
in
some Brandon Engel quarterback time?
I don't even think that they'd put Brendan in. I don't think they want to risk him getting injured as well. Because he's gotten injured, as you all know, that Lake Dallas went to the state 7-on-7 tournament, and they made it about 2 or 3 rounds deep.
Wow.
And Brandon Engel made a game-winning touchdown catch, but also really hurt his foot, and he's kind of had some struggles.
That kick's not going to go in the end zone. Oh, it does finally roll in the end zone, thankfully, because the Broncos kind of caught him off guard and kicked the ball all the way through the coverage. Really nice kick there. That 46, Daniel McCalderon, I mean, he's one of the biggest players. He's coming off a little gimpy there. Maybe outkicked his coverage.
He certainly he looks like he's a middle linebacker for this team.
I know, he's a huge kid. The coach is giving him a good talking to on the sidelines, and hopefully it's all positive stuff. I think he's done a really good job of booting the ball deep. Caught the Falcons off guard there, but thankfully went out, rolled out back to the end zone, so 1st and 10 from their 25-yard line.
And it looks like we're going to get our first teamers back out there. We're going to have Ryan Depperschmidt and Ike Onyekwudi back there at the running back position.
Two to his left, two to his right. Man in motion is going to be Kylie Smith. He's going to go right up to Million. Oh, he breaks his first tackle. 15, 20-yard, big booming gainer. Maybe 17, but wow, what a run.
We better get used to saying Ike Onyekwidi's name because he is the real deal at the running back position. He is, let's see, what's he averaging, Mr. Hurricane?
At the Falcon 21.
He's 7.7 yards per carry.
I mean, he Billy clubbed his way through the line there. There was nothing stopping that man.
Wow.
From getting 16 tough yards. 1st and 10 at the 41. Falcons driving again, 8:28 left in the 4th quarter. I love watching him run. He's such a power runner.
Oh, yeah. Kind of looks like Derrick Henry. The way he runs, kind of straight up. And then whenever he sees that contact, whenever he really gets his team going.
Keeps himself up the middle, cuts to the left-hand side, tries to break for a few more yards, going to go down after about 3 or 4. It's going to bring up a 2nd and maybe 7.
Well, back to what I was saying about Ike Onyekwudi. Whenever he gets that full head of steam, and he just sees one defender in that second level, he's lowering his shoulder. He's going to run him over. He's very tough to bring down. Running with a purpose out there. I'm loving it.
Boy, I do not like watching Ryan Depperschmidt run the ball this late in the game when there's really not that much to play for.
Absolutely.
You got to keep him healthy.
You want to stay away from running Mr. Depperschmidt, and you do want to save his legs. You want to save his head. You want to save his arm. You want to save everything, but
all right.
It's kind of tough
right now. Going to go back to Onyekwudi. No, Depperschmidt keeps it, pitches it out to Kylie Smith, who's at the 50. tries to cut back to 45. Finally tackled about the 44-yard line of the Broncos. Big first down. Keeps that clock churning to finish this game off.
Once again, Kylie Smith also doing an excellent job at both running back, wide receiver, and quarterback. Just doing a phenomenal job tonight. Kudos to that guy. Really, kudos to this whole team because I've said kudos about 50 times.
That's all right. Kudos to you for recognizing that. A little bit of trolling there by the Lake Dallas fans, waving at the Bronco fans, letting them know it's time to go. And I don't think that they're heeding their warning. There's plenty. I mean, there's still, hey, credit to the Broncos. There's still plenty of fans out here watching the team, supporting the team. Little pitch out to the right-hand side.
That's going to be Ryan Hull.
Ryan gets a tough, I'm going to call it 4 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 6. And keeping the ball away from Ryan Depperschmidt and avoiding more hits for him.
Yeah, that was a really nice run by Ryan Hull, able to get to the outside. Looks like Denton defense starting to get a little upset, starting to jaw. Lake Dallas really, at this point, you have to stay smart. You can't be talking back to these guys because they're just trying to get to your next level of anger.
All right, so 2nd and 6 from the Broncos 40 again in their side of the field. Boy, I think they've spent more time in the Broncos side of the field than they have in the Falcons side of the field this game.
I'd have to agree with that statement, Dan.
All right, so 2 in the backfield this time. Depperschmidt takes a snap, hands up the middle. Oh, he put the ball on the ground. It's going to be a fumble. Broncos have the ball. So some young man who didn't get a chance to see the ball. Let's see who put the ball on the ground. That was 27.
That was Trevor Lindsay.
Trevor Lindsay. Big turnover. So late in the game, mentally checking out. The Falcons are making some mental mistakes. That's chalkboard talk for Young.
That is very bad. And you know, Coach Young, he cares about the games all the way through. You know, some coaches, they put in the reserves and they're just like, you know what, call it quits. But Coach Young truly cares about each and every snap. And he's going to get in these guys' ears whenever they make a mistake like that. And after the game, I don't even know, no matter how big the blowout is, when you're making mistakes like this, I wouldn't want to be in the locker room.
It's about mental toughness. And I don't think Coach Young is going to preach that mental toughness was an asset in this game. Toughness for sure. The Falcons have played really well tonight, up 46-21, but a lot of mental errors, just sloppy play. So here's Posey puts the ball on the ground, and I think he managed to jump back on it. We'll see if the Falcons got the ball.
I think Lake Dallas ripped it back out of his hands.
Lake Dallas is saying they have the ball, and the referees say Lake Dallas have the ball.
Wow.
So handing it right back to the Falcons after a fumble, back-to-back fumbles. That's going to be Falcon ball, and I'll tell you what, Landry Kinney is not too happy about it, getting in the ref's face.
And Preston Sudis, you got to get to the sideline, man. You can't be talking smack white. That's just, you can't be doing that as a Lake Dallas football player. Coach Young is not about that, and he's definitely going to hear a lot.
Well, let's see. You got back to the sidelines and didn't get too much for John, too. Now, I don't know if the Broncos were kind of holding him there either, if it was John, but he has a reputation, so certainly you could see where you'd find him in that position.
You know, maybe he's been reading those Jalen Ramsey things and listening that he's been saying to those guys.
All right, hey, we got a new quarterback in the game.
Kyle Nelson.
Kyle Nelson. All right, Kyle, what do you got? Handoff right up the middle, first play.
Oh,
ooh,
yikes.
Thrown down to the ground. Who was carrying the ball there?
That was Ladarius Fleming on the carry.
He wasn't too happy about that, getting thrown down.
No, Denton's a little frustrated right now. They didn't expect this outcome.
Yeah, Ladarius Fleming, he just wants to get a chance to carry the ball and get some yards. You know, he didn't get a chance to get in the game too much. It's his senior year, so he looks at these opportunities as, you know, you're not going to see a lot of these opportunities during the course of the season. Hopefully we will. I mean, I'd love to see this scoreline every game, but you got to figure going into a new season, a new division, we're playing a lot of teams out there in that Plano-Frisco area. It's going to be a tougher ride, so he's got to enjoy these snaps. Here's our 2nd and 10. Kyle gets a snap, pitches out to the right-hand side, has the ball, tucks it in. That was number 21, Jaden McGrew, for maybe no gain.
Yeah, that's just going to be kind of tough for this second team. They got the second team line in as well, and Denton still got their first teamers in. So it's a little bit of a mismatch out in the front lines and in the trenches. So it's really tough for these running backs to find holes, especially when they don't get to play as much. They're not able to kind of gain that confidence in their own ability. And also for those of y'all listening, we'll stick around for our post-game show. We'll talk a little bit about the new Falcon football schedule.
All right, so Kyle Nielsen enjoying his first series of this young 2018 season. Has a 3rd and 10 staring him in the face. Let's see if he can get a passing play drawn up. Not taking any chances. He's going to keep the ball on the ground, running right up the middle for about maybe 3 or 4 yards, bringing up 4th down. So not taking any chances, Garen.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they want him to be throwing the ball. Not sure why, but I'm sure they would not like to make another turnover.
Well, they're going to give him one more chance. And at this point, I can see why. It's at the 35-yard line. You really can't kick a field goal there. A punt's not going to do you much good. Give Kyle Nielsen a little bit of a chance in a tough situation to see what he can turn up with.
You know, I'm going to guess a screen pass right here. I'm going to go out on a whim.
All right, well, we have 84, Cole Rogers here on the left-hand side. Let's see if he looks his way. Two to his right, two to his left. Man in motion. Oh, here comes the late flag. It's going to be an illegal shift, I believe. Oh, false start. Oh, Mr. Nielsen, that's unfortunate. I want to see what you're going to draw up there for a pass play. Hopefully it'll still give you a chance to do it.
You know, they're kind of in a tough situation. They don't want to send Ryan Depperschmidt back out on the field because they know he's their punter. And you know, you don't know how well this offensive line's going to hold up against this first team team defense. So they may be able to break through the line. Could possibly injure Ryan Depperschmidt.
They're leaving Kyle out there. So it's going to be 4th and 12. Again, I think it's a great opportunity for he's not a young quarterback. I mean, he's a junior. But certainly a guy that we haven't seen in the backfield for the Falcons. So young to him. Let's see what we can dial up. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 in the backfield. Kyle looks for the snap. Man in motion. Going to take a run right up the middle. Nowhere to go. Maybe gets 5 yards. And down he goes. And it's going to be a turnover on down for the Falcons. So just letting him get hit a little bit, get used to the flow of the game. But certainly there was no intent of getting first down.
Oh, yeah, definitely, Dan. And trying to find who this second team defense is. It looks like you got Kayvon Bernstein playing the nose tackle position. You got number 65, Dakota Smith, playing left defensive end. And number 54, oh no, Kayvon Bernstein's playing right defensive end. Who we got in the nose tackle position, Dan? Is that 78?
It looks like 78 or 18.
So I believe that's 70, maybe 79? 76?
Timothy Lewis,
yep.
Defensive lineman, senior.
Lots of new names this year. So they're getting to go out there and get a couple reps, which is very good for them.
3:23, Broncos are on the field. I think the Broncos have a new quarterback in the game also, number 15, Tyler Jackson in the game. Tyler Jackson, looks like the kid has an arm, senior, but overthrew him by about 4 or 5 yards.
And Brandon Braxton, defensive back, he's a junior. Very good coverage on the play. Kind of locked up. Is that Mr. Hope still out there? If I am the Denton Broncos, I want to pull that guy out of the game because he has been pretty spectacular tonight.
Well, he may have decided he didn't want to come out of the game. Or they may not have enough players to fill the roster. I mean, they do have a few players to field, but certainly not the depth that the Falcons have. All right, so we'll run up the middle. Met with a really nice tackle right in the pocket. I want to see who he was because he did a great job there. Number 69?
On the carry to the 40-yard line.
65.
4 yards.
Dakota Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Did a good job meeting him in the hole, wrapping him up, stopping him for a short game, bringing up a 3rd and 6.
Absolutely. Did a great job of playing with his hands and was able to see the quarterback and go and get the ball.
All right, so 2:42 left in our first game of the young 2018 season. Falcon fans, you've had a great show tonight. Lots of yards across the field. Almost an interception here, but he completes his pass. Oh, the Broncos get loose. Big pass play. Going to go for about 30, 35 yards. Going to, I think that was, oh, heck, I don't know.
Oh, we keep talking whenever they're announcing his name.
Number 9.
We just gotta, next time that number 9 gets the ball, Falcon fans, we're just going to stop and listen to the announcer so we can get their name for you.
No, we're not. We only got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably not.
All right, drops back to pass. Goes across the middle again, and, ooh, miserably incomplete. Tyler Jackson tried to catch his man coming.
Sam Strange.
Sam Strange? Or Sam Frame?
Second down, 10.
Sam Strange. Yeah, he sure is. So Sam Strange.
Huh.
And he's, for not being listed or wearing the wrong jersey, maybe there's a little bit of deception there.
Look.
Didn't work tonight. Maybe they'll have more luck as the rest of the season goes on. All right, so Tyler Jackson in the backfield again, 2nd and 10. Looks to his left-hand side, completes his pass. Beautiful tackle. Holy cow, Cagnetto brought the house on that tackle.
And when Cagnetto gets that full head of steam, he is laying the wood on these guys. I mean, he did it last season. He's always looking for that big hit, that highlight type play. Makes a big one in the first game. Really nice job by Cagnetto.
All right, so a 3-yard gain there for the Broncos brings up a 3rd and 7 from the Falcons' 27-yard line. Tyler Jackson in the backfield, 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Here's a snap. Has a little bit of time. Oh! Gets the ball off. Underthrown, though. Oh, man down there for the Falcons. He got in the backfield early, but didn't make the tackle and really hurt his left arm. That's 43.
Kelvin Yuka. Younger brother of former Lake Dallas defensive lineman Eric Yuka. I couldn't really see what happened on that play, Dan. I couldn't tell you what he could have injured.
Well, it brings up a 4th and 7. The Broncos are going to go for it.
This is big for the second team.
One of the last plays of the game. And they kind of slow up after this. Tyler throws the ball across the middle, has his man. Beautiful play. It's going to be enough for a first down. Sam Strange.
Man, I was really hoping that this second team was going to be able to stop them at this big 4th down, but now they're within the red zone.
All right, Garen, I'm calling it.
It's going to be tough.
Pick 6 right here.
Who you calling is going to get it?
Oh, I don't know half the guys that are out there.
Stick Cagnetto. He's Mr.
Is he still
Pick
out there?
6. Yes, he is.
Are you sure?
No.
All right, Sam Strange
Not
with the
sure.
catch. Ooh, a nice spin move. Didn't come up with anything off of it, but a decent play. Clock's ticking down under 1 minute. All right, Garen, who's your player of the game?
Man,
you can't pick Depperschmidt. You can't pick Depperschmidt.
You know, that's really hard. I could give you, man, I wish I could give you one for offense, one for defense, because that would make it, okay.
There's no limit on his.
Okay. For defense, I'm going to have to go with Big Mac. I'm going to have to go with...
Boy, for not calling that name, you're absolutely correct. Ooh, big pass rush. Oh, Sam Strange dropped 6 points in the end zone. I feel bad for that young man right now. Right into his hands. A little bit of John there afterwards because Tyler Jackson got popped. It was a big pass rush. Had his man, stood in the pocket strong, and Sam Strange did him a serious disservice by dropping the ball.
Oh, I don't even, was that Sam Strange?
Oh,
yes, it was Sam Strange.
He's not throwing to anybody else right now.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Jackson's not liking that right now.
So they're going to send him to the outside field and probably throw to him again. Again, I'm still calling pick 6. Come on, Falcons. Do me right.
Oh, big pass rush on back.
Oh, instead it's a Denton Broncos touchdown. Actually a really decent play. The pass rush was there. Got there just a second too late. Touchdown for the Broncos. Number 28, not on my roster sheet.
You know, let's not go to break. Let's talk a little bit. Ty Studhalter has really shown out as a pass rusher, former defensive back, now linebacker. And I said earlier, we know why we switched him to linebacker, but maybe we need to throw him in a little bit at defensive end because that man can rush the passer. I know this is second team, had a sack earlier at the very beginning of the game, but once again, it's smashing quarterback. Quarterback was Tyler Jackson? Was that his name?
Yes.
He smashed Tyler Jackson at the end of that play.
All right, you got your guys?
Yes, I got my guys.
Go ahead.
So, for defense, I have senior number 6, Andre McAdoo Franklin. That guy, not labeled as a starter, came in as a reserve man, ended up starting the whole rest of the night, did not come off the field, made huge plays, caused several quarterback pressures, near misses on sacks, but I really like that guy as a defensive, as a linebacker.
My defensive player of the game, Zion Hurd.
I like it.
And it's kind of nice because 2 names that we didn't call all last year show up really big today for the Falcons and kind of fill the void. And honestly, the down and dirty work like the D.L. Robertsons and the Talanio Evans. they're the ones really commanding coverage, so it gives the other guys a chance to shine. But they didn't waste the opportunity.
Oh, yeah, not at all. They definitely, really, I didn't want to go with the obvious. Obviously, those guys have been solid, but I think the one person that's just hopped off the tape has been Mr. Big Mac.
Yeah, he really has. He has some
and
really eye-opening games.
Zion Hurd as well. So for offense, obviously I got to go with my man Kylie Smith. I mean, how could you not? He threw one-for-one passing for 40 yards to Brandon Ingle. He has 7 rushes for 66 yards with a long of 28. And for receiving, he's got
64 yards receiving.
He has 4 catches for 64 yards.
That's a triple-double.
He is a
double yards receiving, double yards passing, double yards rushing.
And I know he didn't lead the Falcons in any of those categories, but he has been one threat out on that field every single time that he's moving around in the backfield. This Denton team's really scared. They hesitate. Watch for Kylie Smith to make the next leap forward.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Player of the game, Anthony Patty.
Hey, I like it.
Yeah, the sophomore.
Would you say special teams is offense?
Hey, yes, I do.
Okay. Hey, I'll go.
You're absolutely right.
I'm all for that one. Anthony Patty, he has done a great job tonight.
Talk about a standout as far as first time coming in for the Falcons, sophomore. I mean, 5 for 5 on the night, 1 for 2 for field goals. Really impressed me tonight with his composure every time he had a chance to step up to the ball. Decent job across the board.
Absolutely, and I didn't see him on that one miss field goals. You know, usually you see high school kickers, they get real upset at themselves. They really don't know how to handle it quite yet. That guy was upbeat. He gave all of his teammates high fives afterwards, just tried to back off the field. Came back, made his next field goal, made every single PAT attempt. I mean, that's about all you can ask for in a kicker.
Someone you can groom to be around for a couple more years, too.
Sophomore. That is awesome for
all right,
Falcons.
The Falcons are in victory formation for this snap. Here's your snap. Kneel it down. That is Ryan Depperschmidt taking the last snap of the game. That was Brandon Engel?
No, that was Depperschmidt.
That's a dirty jersey for...
Yep, that's number 7.
All right, so Falcons, that was your last play of the game. They're lined up to shake hands, and there's not much to shake about if you're a Bronco fan. Lake Dallas Falcons 46, Broncos 28. You gotta love breaking the hoodoo.
Wow. I mean, in those 28 points, 14 of those points came in garbage time. So really it should be 46-14. This Falcons team is really exciting to watch in the future. I'm really excited for our future broadcast, man. Lots of outstanding performers, lots of consistent guys that picked up where they left off, such as Ryan Depperschmidt. Just awesome.
Well, don't talk it out too much. We're going to take a quick break and we'll come back and wrap it up, okay? So you listen to Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast. Stay with us for just a second.
Mark Tucker, your local Allstate agent, has been a proud sponsor of your Lake Dallas Falcons football before there was a Lake Dallas Falcons football team. Mark was a sponsor before there were automobiles, before there was even a Mark Tucker. Ha! Impossible, you say? Not if you know Mark Tucker. Your rate's too high, your company raising your rates every time you turn left. Give Mark a try. Mention Lake Dallas while getting a quote, and for every quote, $5 will go to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club. $5, $5, ka-ching! Mark Tucker, your local Allstate agent.
Hey, Falcon fans, if you're in the mood for a great place to eat, Chick-fil-A is the place to be. And now with the new and improved Chick-fil-A One app, you can receive points with every order you place through it, and you can redeem those points for rewards of your choice. Find out more at chickfil-a.com. Chick-fil-A, located in Kensington Square on Swisher Road in Corinth.
If you have cavities, it can be a tragedy. Drive on over to Dr. Danny Baird's office. He'll get your teeth all nice and shiny. With a family atmosphere, you'll feel right at home. Don't be shy, drop on by.
I don't always watch high school football under the Friday night lights, but when I do, it's with Maston Air, watching the Lake Dallas Falcons crushing it. Stay cool, my friends.
All right, a good show of sportsmanship after the game. No extracurriculars, which is a good thing to see. Great game to start the season off, Garen. You gotta love it.
Absolutely. I'm loving the start of this season by the Lake Dallas Falcons. A great start. They started off hot. I mean, great coverage on that first kickoff. Was able to limit the return to just 5 yards. Defense, I believe they went 3 and out that series as well.
Yeah, points in every quarter of the game for the Lake Dallas Falcons. So a fantastic start for Coach Michael Young. A little bit of a handicapped team this year, as we don't have a sideline reporter yet. Again, we're going to use this as our classified help wanted ad. But,
we're accepting applications.
Yeah, so Garen, we're going to try something a little different this time. I want you to put on Michael Young's hat, and I'm going to interview you post-game. All right?
Wait. So do I need to sound out of breath like most head coaches are like after a game?
Oh, really? That's a little bit of a jab. That's a little bit of a jab.
I wasn't trying to jab.
You gotta have your hat off. You gotta be doing this a lot.
I almost think we should get one of these. Oh, I guess these coaches next to us aren't there.
Nope, they already took off. So
I think I better not do it.
No?
I don't want to do any. I'm not near as great
All right.
as Coach Young.
Then tell me, you had some chance to spend being coached by Coach Young. What's his post-game talk? What's he going to talk about?
You know, Coach Young, he's going to walk in, and he's just, obviously, first thing he's going to say is, that's a heck of a win, guys. And that's how he always starts off if you win a game. Heck of a win, and then first things first is it's the negatives. So he's going to name off, we got to fix our special teams unit, second team. They got to be able to hold them whenever they get in those key fourth down situations. Some of the drops are probably going to have to be fixed among the wide receiver position. I know we saw a couple tonight. But I think he's going to say overall that was a great team win, and then he's going to be looking forward to next week at Centennial, and he's just going to say, take the night off, but tomorrow you're back to work. So that's how this team works. So
look at the schedule this year. A lot of new names moving to a different division this year. There's only, 2 familiar names I see on there. One was tonight. One is next week, the Centennial game. And once you get outside of that, it's all brand new.
Oh, it's brand new to you for the next game as well. As you know, last season, was first round of playoffs over at the Star in Frisco. We played Frisco Reedy, and that was one heck of a game.
That's right.
Between quarterbacks. And we're getting to play Frisco Reedy at the Star again.
Keep rubbing it in.
Frisco Reedy is at home. We're playing at the Star against Centennial next week. So Falcon fans, be sure to come to the Star, see that beautiful facility.
Yeah, if you remember anything about the Centennial game last year, that was when we won the Call of the Year on the ticket. What a game. We had, I think it was 6 lead changes, over 1,000 yards combined offense. We had flea flickers.
That running back that they had,
we had
was
wide
incredible.
receiver passes for touchdowns. We had, untimed plays, missed field goals, hit crossbars. It had everything.
And then the big ending play near ending play. Obviously, Marcel Alfayez sealed the deal. But that big key play was Kylie Smith's hook and ladder.
My gosh, it was fantastic.
That was one of the most well-executed hook and ladders that I've ever seen.
So if you wanted a wonderful teaser for the Lake Dallas football season, you got it tonight. A little bit of everything. All your star players had big stats. Ryan Depperschmidt looks every bit of the quarterback that's going to be highly visible in North Dallas football for the 2018 season. I think if you're looking for your, I don't know if North Dallas does like an all-star team at the end of the season, but you got to think he's going to have some mention when it comes to the end of the season.
Oh, absolutely. I think a couple of weeks ago, he played in the Blue-Gray All-Star game, and I believe that's all of the North Dallas areas, top prospects are playing in that, who have not been recruited yet. And Ryan Depperschmidt was invited to play, and I believe he played. I don't know if they released stats on there, but, that's just a big deal in itself. A lot of these guys are going to have college offers by the end of this season, definitely before signing day, because this is perhaps the most talented roster that Lake Dallas has had since 2013, and even Coach Michael Young said probably even more talented than that team.
Well, a lot to look forward to, Garen, and appreciate you listening in with us tonight. A lot to look forward to. Next week's going to be Frisco Centennial.
At the Star.
At the Star. So we hope to see you out there. Thanks for listening in, Falcon fans. It's been another Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast, and we'll see you next time.
Drive safe. Have a good night.